Boom, 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 Chenka. How's it going, everybody? The Premier League is back, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're all having a good one. It's the Pig here on Flying Pig United with another watch-along for you. Come on, my son! Get in there! It's good to say that again. It really is. It's been months, hasn't it? Almost 100 days. Long time. It's been a few months. We've been doing, well, I've been doing sod all. But it's been gash-tastic, you know. We've had no football, but tonight we've got the football back. We just had Villa, Sheffield United. I didn't actually watch the game. I melted this up. I was basically up all night. Fell asleep this afternoon. Got up late. That's why I look like this. And, yeah. And basically what happened is there was some controversy. The ball's gone over the line. The goalkeeper knows it's over the line. Everybody knows it's over the line. But Michael Oliver and the officials, they don't know it's over the line. His watch, it didn't vibrate, you know. So a bit of controversy in the first game back of the Premier League as it's resumed after the COVID-19 lockdown that we had. Of course, things are starting to just about get back to normal. I mean, it's absolutely pissing down here. Everybody's wearing masks. There's no bastard in the crowd. So it's not getting back to complete normality, but it is somewhat getting back to normality. Everybody who's joining me tonight, what a bunch of bloody heroes you are. I can see you all. Hey, look, it's Big D. How you doing, Big D? How's that D of yours? Chris Karafinski, Chris Karafinski, Ruddy can't game. He says Gooner's gonna goon. Gooch is gonna gooch. Hey, listen, Ruddy can't game, mate. Haven't looked at the lineups, just to let you all know. You should be able to see at the bottom of the screen the lineups of the team. But having looked at all the lineups of the team and everything, and I don't think it's the strongest City side we've ever seen, but I think Arsenal are going to get absolutely bloody ragged. Look at this shithouse team they've put out. It's bloody unbelievable. What is this team they've put out? Is this Arsenal? What is this? Is this on a under 23 side with a couple of older melts in there? Leno, Bellerin. Everyone knows he's got a bell in for a chin. Mari, Mustafi. Who the fuck's Mari all of a sudden? Mari? Whatever. Tierney. Sorry, forgive my ignorance. Xhaka. Guendouzi. The only thing good about Guendouzi is his name. It's a good name, to be fair. Guendouzi. It's fun to say. Guendouzi. That's the only good thing about that guy. I'll tell you what, Nketiah looks pretty decent, though. Willock, Saka, and Aubameyang. Fair enough, yeah. Bang. Bloody average, isn't it, lasses? Sorry, Ruddy. That's how I'm feeling it. Ruddy says Mari is good. Actually, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I just don't know too much about the lad, but I'm sure he is. But it's a far cry. I know United is as well, but it's a far cry from, crikey, even the days of even the days of Nasri and Fabregas and RVP and stuff like that. We don't even have to go back to Tony Adams' days and all that. It's a far cry. Anyway, I'm just saying that. Ryan Purpose-Spin 9, how you doing as well? He says there's something about Murray. Super Sammy Gamer, how you doing, Super Sammy? Great to see you in here too. Welsh Red in his house representing Wales. He says Gooners are lose. Yeah, my prediction for the game going into this one, everybody, just get your predictions in, but I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester City. The carpet is slick out there. It's been pissing down for a while. City, they got some class out there on the pitch. Arsenal, not so much. I'm going for that anyway, everybody. I'm just feeling a 3-0 battering by City here. Is it the result that I want? No. But I think they are going to lose too. Big D says Arsenal are doomed. Eddie02, how you doing, Eddie? He says, should catch you guys on the Friday watch along. Nice one, Ron. I'll catch you later too. Hey, have a great evening, Eddie. Thank you very much for getting in here and saying hello. And yes, please do come back for the Friday evening watch along. Manchester United taking on Jose Mourinho. Those spuddy Spurs melts. Gunshi's in the house. How you doing, Gunners? Great to see you too, my friend. Nice one. How are you doing over there in Taiwan, mate? First class gamer says Pig slagging off Arsenal. Come on. Hey, it's great to see you too, Mark. But listen, of course I'm slagging off Arsenal because they're paying bloody average, my friend. You know, let's be honest now. It's been a long time since you guys won the league, and there's good reason for that. Ice Queen Gaming in the house as well. Dawn, what's going on? Sammy Hopkins in his house as well too. Great to see A lot of the usual legends getting in here tonight. Thank you very much, everybody that's joining me. JW92, Ultra Whiz Boy comments and says, Man City 9, Arsenal 0. That's a good prediction. It could happen. Sam Hopkins says 3-1 to City. Oh, yeah, I just don't look... I hope Arsenal surprise me. I actually genuinely do. Because where are they, like 9th in the league right now? But still, there's not actually that many points separating them between, like, 9th and Champions League spaces. So, in all actuality, if Arsenal had a good run between now and the end of the season, they could still qualify for the Champions League. It's possible. So we'll see what happens there. Joe thinks it's going to be 3-2 to Arsenal. A few Arsenese fans coming out. Ruddy Can't Game says, when Arsenal aren't supposed to win, we pull it out. Very good point. We'll see how you do, We'll see if anything has really been achieved by Mikel Arteta in this period out. Not that they've really had much chance to learn anything. That's another thing you have to factor in, everybody, as well. Like, the actual physicality of the player is not going to be quite up to 100%. The sharpness, the match fitness, all that good stuff is not going to be 100%, which is why I guess we've got 5 substitutes to use. And look at this, the players are just lining up right now, everybody. And obviously the social distancing is taking place. I'm having to watch on my phone at the moment, which is gash-tastic. But my Xbox is just updated. It's taking forever. So I usually watch on my Xbox. JP says, Bruno, can't wait to see that man back in action on Friday. It's going to be absolutely sensational. Kevin Tobin, how's it going, Kevin? He says 5-0 to City. Hey, I think we're all feeling, well, apart from the Arsenal fans in the live chat, we're all feeling the same sort of vibe tonight. We're feeling Arsenal getting absolutely battered out there. We're feeling them getting just destroyed. And we're all expecting it. Kevin De Bruyne there, he's been sat at home rocking back and forth in a darkened room for 99 days, this man. He's eager and itching and chomping at the bit to get out there and slice some defences open. And he's capable of doing it. So I'm just feeling City tonight. Nice one. Ice Queen says, okay, I'm okay after last night with the lightning. Yeah, I heard there were some crazy storms up north and stuff. So fair play. Yeah, lots of rain and all that kind of stuff. So hope everyone's okay and nobody's been affected by that. I know I think there's a bit of flooding going on. Abbas Hassani, what's going on, Abbas? Great to see you too. Best FIFA player. How you doing too, my friend? Ruddy Can't Game says, I may get annoyed and start banning fools. Don't do that, Ruddy. Please, don't do that. Just calm down, okay? Look, Arsenal are shit. You're just going to have to accept that, Ruddy. You've got to take it. Hope you had a good birthday anyway. Alex Rudd, you're a buddy hero. Thank you very much for getting in here. JP says, Phil is boss. Give Phil a start on Friday. You know what, JP? I don't know if you guys checked out my preview. If you did, if you didn't, go to flyingpigunited.com and look for my article. And also look for Sam Hopkins' latest article about he's interviewed one of United's youth goalkeepers for the website, so check that out. But also check out the match preview I did for the Spurs game. It's quite a lengthy read. It's one of those ones for a significantly long toilet session. But there you go, check it out. Love to hear what you guys think. Yeah, First Class Gamer says, nice, Gungshi. It's hot here too. Gungshi says, or whatever that means, he's put out some Cantonese or Mandarin or something. But spot on. It's super hot here, man. And do you know what? My hair's too much of an atrocity to get out. And I'm wearing this Russian winter hat right now in the middle of June. And I'm going to be honest now. There is a pool of liquid accumulating somewhere where you don't want a pool of liquid. First Class Gamer. What a man. Ruddy Can't Game says, hope Arsenal defence doesn't social distance. I think it's fair to say that they will. This dude's in the house. Check it out. It's only this dude. Good to see you, man. Kyle Walker, no ban for his shenanigans. Oh, I'm lost. What's he done now? JW says, I want Arsenal fans to cry and wish the Prem got suspended. Right. Oh, no, they're just doing the old... I believe that was a silence. Was that for Black Lives Matter or for George Floyd or something? Sorry, I missed that. I've got the volume really, really low there. KMR Lee, how you doing, KM? Good to see you too. How are you? G Wolf United in the house. He says he might pocket block you accidentally. It's all right. I'll be on the case. But yeah, what's all this? You've got all the fans at home on the screens then. Manchester City fans. Fair enough. Nobody asked me. Marek Stachowski, what's going on? Hey, look, the game's about to get underway, everybody. We've already got the score up anyway. That wasn't meant to be there, but screw it. Here we go then, everybody. Kickoff. It's the game that's just kicked off then. We're officially underway here at the Etihad Stadium, which it actually genuinely is for a change. Well, not for a change. Let's be honest now. It's never really at full capacity, is it? But certainly I think it's even more empty than it usually is right now, because there's no away fans in the stadium either. So yeah. By the way, I had a shave, and you know when you haven't had a shave for a while and you've just been eating loads of shite, and then you have a shave and you realise, hang on, I've got an extra fucking chin. That's what's going on right now. So I'm not too happy about that. Shouldn't have had a shave. All right, here we go. Manchester City get it underway down the left then. Guendouzi wins it back for Arsenal in the centre of the park and keeps hold of possession. Back round Arsenal's backline now. 53 seconds gone if you guys want to sync it up. Hopefully I'm coming through a little bit more clear now. Or not clear, but a little bit more quicker in terms of your being synced up. Because I don't know if you guys know, but previously I had it. Oh, Arsenal with a chance and he got one-on-one chip the keeper. Oh, I think it was Nketiah there with a chance, but oh my days. Offside anyway. Bloody hell. Sorry, I'm watching on a really small screen here, and the ball's come over the top there. And, oh my days, they've done Manchester City's defence there, but I guess he is just offside there. Crikey. Well, a little warning there for Manchester City, and a little statement of intent by Arsenal there, everybody. Nice one, JP. Thank you very much for checking out, my friend. Aniket Mohan, he says, Yo, Pig, tuning in from Singapore. Fantastic to see you, Aniket. Great to have you in here. Thank you very, very much. From Singapore, and Maze in here says Etihad, LOL. It's literally the Etihad now. It's brilliant. City, though, getting it back under control. I would love Arsenal to smash up City here, to be fair. It would be pretty cool if they could do that. Arsenal's team is just bang average, though. Just look at it. Abbas Hassani says, Pig, you should begin to show matches live and make your pictures small. I can't do that, my friends. A little thing called copyright infringement. I would love to, though. City with the ball in. That's got to be a penalty, is it? Sterling's brought down on the edge of the area. Is it a foul? No, it's not a penalty. But let's just have a look and see what happened here then. Yeah, definite foul. But it's, I don't know. Something's been given. There's a little free kick on the edge of the area here for Manchester City. Arsenal get their numbers back. It's a great position. I mean, it's almost too close just to get it up and over the wall. But obviously, it is a good chance. City have got some great, brilliant technical players in this side right now, like Sir Silva. So you'd expect them. De Bruyne is standing over at the moment. You'd expect them to have a good chance here, but they're very close to the wall or to the goal. Stefan says, Pig, you should buy the copyright. Mate, if they carry on with no people in the stands, maybe I might be able to. De Bruyne with the shot, it's a good one, but it's just over the top of the crossbar there. I think the keeper just got a little touch on it, and, it has gone over the bar. Let's just have another look at this. Leno, it's a great save by Leno, man. It's a fantastic save by burnt Leno, and he's absolutely burnt that one over the top of the bar there. Great fingertip save. It's a corner quickly taken by City to get the head up. Pass it in. Good old free header in the centre of the area, but offside flag goes up anyway. Henry Kim, what's happening? Harris Khan, what's going on? Ultra Wizboy says earlier, Sheffield United, yeah, a bit of a freaking calamity there. Obviously, the game finished 0-0, but there was a bit of controversy amid that where they had the ball over the line in Aston Villa's goal and it wasn't given, the ref's watch didn't go off or whatever. JP says, even though it's Arsenal City, this football being back feels epic. Mate, this is freaking epic, mate! Sorry, but this is proper epic, man. This is sick. We've got the football back. It's sensational, honestly. I'm just so happy about it. Yeah. I never thought I'd be so excited to watch teams that are not Manchester United, to be honest. Because I do like my football, If there's a big game of football on, I'll watch it. But I'm never this buzzing. Look at Mikel Arteta. That looks like he's made some weird sort of fashion decision. It's just because he's actually being pissed down on him in the rain. He's got a proper shiny jacket on. He looks like one of those 1990s Intel Inside Bunny Men things. It's awesome. Anyway, Even that I like. I'm getting excited about Mikel Arteta's wet jacket. That's the sort of situation we're in right now. Oh, bit of a break in play while an Arsenal player receives some treatment on the ground here. Alex, how you doing, Alex? He says, what's your prediction for this match, Pig? I'm going 3-0 to Manchester City. Gungshi says, any contact from the hen lately, Pig, or is he still AWOL? He's still AWOL, Gungshi, yeah. AWOL and A-hole. But yeah, he's still AWOL, my friend. But hopefully, we smash up his Spurs on Friday and he just can't help himself but come out the woodwork. That's what I'm hoping. Hey, nice one, Chronic Maths debater. Like the name, shout out to you. Fair play to you. And Clam J says, can't wait to see us in action tomorrow and heckle the hen for the loss. Get in there. Hopefully we do smash up Spurs. It would be very nice. Jose succumbed to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer last time around in the fixture at Old Trafford. This time we're at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, I've got a feeling we're going to do them in. First class gamer, thank you very much. Everybody who's tuning into this live stream right now, thank you so much for joining me. Please do us a favour and hit that like button. If you could give it a share on social media, that would be absolutely sensational of you. And just thanking everybody that's getting in here. Get involved in the live chat. I'd love to hear from you throughout. Grayson Meanwood. How are you doing, Grayson? What a name. I might actually name my child Grayson in honour of you. It's a great name. But anyway. Madge D says, who just got injured? You know what? I'm watching it on my phone, but somebody's being stretched off right now. Let me just see if I can find the information here. I'm just gonna get it up on my Xbox here, so then I'll be able to see what's going on a bit better. But yeah, Arsenal forced into making a substitution here, and there's a player who has had to come off, and he's been stretched off actually. So whoever it is, all jokes aside, we don't want to see any professionals out for a long period of time. It's Granit Xhaka, who is actually gone off. Injured. He's been stretched off there. Danny Ceballos is coming on. However the feck you pronounce his name. Always struggle with that one. Yeah, it was Xhaka. Alex says 3-0 sounds about right. Yeah, fair play. This dude says, I was looking forward to the Euros, but yeah, I know we shouldn't be having the Euros right now. Hang on, Arsenal with a chance through City's defence. Oh! Saved. Right, let me just get this up on here then. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at City's team, and I just think they're just too strong for Arsenal's side today. But like Alex Rudd said, they can surprise you, Arsenal, when you think they're going to melt, they don't. Alex, it's bad luck for Arsenal already. The Cinnamon says, yeah, Dan, Pig being away last week. Yeah, I've had a few days of just melting, to be honest with you guys, but I'm back now and I'm badder than ever. Corner for City then, the ball is whipped in. Fall to the edge of the area, first time volley attempt, but it is deflected wide for another corner, or it was Mahrez with the shot. First time volley attempt, it was skewed a little bit wide, it's deflected off some shirts. Let's see who it came off of last. Mahrez wading in there, and it was a header away by an Arsenal defender. So I think that you should be looking at a corner there, but it's been given as a goal kick. Hey, Clam J, man. Clam J, thank you so much for your super chat there, Clam J. He says, if Spurs beat us tomorrow, I'm going to get a tattoo portrait of the hen on my ball sack and display it at the Tate. Nice one. Well, I do think that a few people would come and see that, to be fair, Clam J. I've seen much worse stuff than that at the Tate, to be honest with you. I've seen some garbage. I remember when I went there on a school trip, and you went into a room, and there was a room, and it just had a TV on the wall, and there was a man, naked, punching himself in the testicular area with a boxing glove on. And somehow, that's an art installation. Legit. So I think that you'd probably do quite well with that one, actually, Clam J. But thank you so much for your super chat there, my friend. Sick of you. Dante, how you doing, Dante? All the legends getting in here tonight. Thank you so much, Dante. Big God Bob in the house as well. Says, funny seeing Oil Money FC back playing in the even emptier Etihad Stadium. I'd love to see Bruno shush Jose Mourinho like he did to Pep. That would make my week. Oh, you're spot on there, Big God Bob. I hope you're doing well as well. I've never agreed with anything you've said as much as that one, Big God Bob. So thank you so much for getting in there and saying it. Ruddy says modern art sucks. Oh, it's just disgraceful, isn't it? it is ridiculous, some of the stuff that passes for art these days. You might as well just nail a piece of asparagus to a blank canvas, and that's art. Aniket Mohan says, Etihad is louder than ever today. The Etihad is louder than ever today. I've just realised they're piping in crowd noise. I wasn't even paying attention to that. They're actually piping in crowd noise. You're right. It's so much louder. Yes, ads, I will do that, my friend. He says, get a timer on the screen for the next watch along pick. Yes, my friend, absolutely. Definitely, I agree with you. Mush Jungle says, the Etihad is empty as usual. Look at it, man. It's just no difference at all. It's interesting how that's going to play into this season, though, because they do often talk about, like the impact the fans have in the stadium, in certain home, away fixtures, whatever. So it could help or it could hinder you, to be fair. I don't think it's going to make too much difference, but it's certainly going to make a difference. Madge J says, I'm watching the match muted because I don't want to wake my parents up. Oh, well, you better mute this as well, to be honest, because we might scream a little bit louder at some point, depending on what goes on. K-Ams, the score prediction. So my score predictions for this match, I'm going 3-0 to City, and the Manchester United match on Friday against Spurs, I'm going for a 2-1 hard-fought victory. Here comes City, though, on the counter-attack. De Bruyne driving forward. Great pass into the path of Raheem Sterling, who's got a chance from a wide position. He cuts back inside, and he tries to spray it back across the 6-yard box, but it's good defending by Arsenal in the end, and they get it away here. And Arsenal look to counter-attack themselves, but they haven't really got any numbers up there. A little bit dishevelled and out of shape at the moment, Arsenal. But they do have the very rapid counter-attacking ability of City to deal with, which you just saw there. City ripped him open, got Raheem in a very dangerous position. Raheem should have done better. He's crumbled there. Gaz Newton, how you doing, Gaz? Yeah, I'm not too shabby, my friend. Hot as fook right now, though, with this Russian hat on. But we're going to persevere, because I can't possibly get my hair out on this one. It's a shocker. Right, hang on, let's get this right. Here we go, Manchester City. Yeah, let's get this on the telly. Screw this bloody phone malarkey. This is a nightmare. Can't see any of the players, and it doesn't help that all the players, instead of having their player names on the back, actually do have Black Lives Matter on there. So even when it shows it, it's like, because it's so small, I can't see it anyway. Not that it would make much difference. Right, okay, sweet, nice one. We've got the game on the big screen now, everybody. Gabriel, Jesus, oh, nice. And for some reason, we were 30 seconds behind on the phone anyway, so that sucks. We're 13 minutes, 22 seconds in right now. Jamie Carragher on the sideline with his umbrella. He's given a whole new meaning to the phrase, Wally with a brolly. Do you know what I mean? Never mind Steve McLaren. Look at that Jamie Carragher twat there with the umbrella. Guy's a tit, isn't he? He's actually all right, Jamie Carragher, but he's still a tit, though. I mean, I always thought he was all right, but then I saw him spit at those United fans, and sure, they were giving him a bit of banter and winding him up a bit, but you're a disgrace, Jamie Carragher, for doing that. Lee Davis says, loving the kit in the background. Thank you very much, Lee Davis. Yeah, it's a classic old school one, mate. Classic old school one. It's got a few burn marks in it and stuff, but it's still soldiering on. Ruddy says, my monster drink delivery is late again. Should I request another delivery? You know, don't hate the player, hate the game, Ruddy. First Class Gamer says, if anyone's new here, please consider subscribing. Pig's content's back in full. Thank you so much for that, First Class Gamer. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do match watch-alongs for a lot of the big games, but obviously it's mainly a Manchester United channel. Last few days there hasn't been any content, but tomorrow I'm going to do a preview for the weekend's football, you know, Manchester United versus Spurs on the channel. So keep a lookout for that, everybody. And of course, Friday, we've got the watch along, post-match reaction. We'll be doing some stuff for the football over the weekend. It's great, yeah. And I haven't been doing anything. I've been doing a couple of things for the website. Check out the website once again, flyandpigunited.com. Check out my written preview for the Spurs game on Friday, if you so wish. Ted Zavala, I've missed this too, my friend. I really missed this. I am all good. The Bacon Brigade are all good as far as I'm aware. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Thank you to everybody that's been keeping me company over the last few months as well, honestly, doing the FIFA streams and stuff like that. Not much football content on the channel at all, but you guys have been there with me, you know, watching the stuff that we've been doing, which isn't going away, by the way. I know we've had a break for a few days, but that's going to all be on the gaming channel. And Friday night FIFA will happen on the main channel as well, but not this Friday when there's a game, Man United game on, of course. Yeah, my hair's a bit like Gwendouzi's at the moment, actually. I'm not going to get it out, but it's a bit of a Gwendouzi, but just not as neat as Gwendouzi's. Right, here we go then. We've got a corner for Arsenal. Ball whipped in at the near post, but it's headed away by City. Back out to Arsenal. Little pass out to the left. Really deft touch, but it's headed away. And Arsenal now have the throw in. 15 minutes, 56 seconds gone. How far behind am I coming through to you? 16 minutes just gone on the clock, everybody. Dante says it's like Christmas morning, mate. Dude, we need to get the Bucks fizz out right now, because this is proper with a baby sham or whatever, because this is seriously like Christmas morning. The football is back. It's absolutely sick. I'm loving it. Look at that stadium, though. It just looks normal, doesn't it? Adzem says, cool, you got a website now, Pig. I'll check it out at halftime. Top man, thank you so much for that, Adzem. Yeah, please do check out the website. Daily content going on there. Shout out to Griffo, Chaz, Sammy Hopkins, and everybody else that has helped us with articles and things like that. Really appreciate it. You can still send articles to me if you want to talk about anything, you know, previewing the season, any players, player profiles, whatever it may be. Email me at mrflyingpighd@gmail.com. Hey, Steve Baldock, apologising while in a prison cell. That's a name and a half. He says, fake crowd / woke kits / annoying flashing ads. I'm done with football, but we'll watch this. Hey, nice one, Steve. Thank you very much for that, mate. Yeah, you know, it's just a little bit of banter here, isn't it, mate? Just a right bit of banter, mate. Think, never mind going down pub foot swift half like. Let Piggy through. Anyway, I can't do that accent, but yeah. Not great. Anyway, Aaron Homer says, what did you have for tea, Piggo? Mate, I haven't eaten anything, dude. So basically, it was up all night, and I just couldn't sleep. I had a bad sleeping pattern once again. And then what I did was basically went to sleep. I can't remember what time it was now. Maybe like 3 or 4 in the afternoon or something. Just basically ruined my whole day. Couldn't sleep better than just had to pass out. It was a nightmare. And basically just ruined my whole day. And then got up like an hour before this game. I haven't eaten anything. I've had a coffee. No, I'm not ordering a pizza first. I don't actually want a pizza. I had a Papa John's a few days ago, and it was just filth, man. Like, I just all that dough and bread and stuff just doesn't actually agree with my stomach, man. It just doesn't. As much as I want it to. You know, I could literally... I could liquidate pizza and fill up a swimming pool with it, with the mushy, pulpy, pizzery goodness, and swim around, and I'd be happy. But it's not. It doesn't agree with me. Chicken fajitas, says Aaron. That sounds good. Gungshi says, me too, Pig. Yeah, it just gives me acid and stuff, and like just horrible toilet the next day. Sorry, shared a little bit too much there. Some people, curry's the trigger. No, not me, it's pizza. Pizza makes me poo like a trooper. Chronic Maths says, oh, Don Piglioni. Oh, I wonder if we could put the hat on top of the Russian hat and see how that looks. Look, we're going double hatted right now. It's just, oh no, that doesn't, hey, that's a new look, isn't it? Let's go like sideways. We'll go like Marilyn Manson. What would you have done if I just come on in like this tonight? Do you know what I mean? The beautiful people, the beautiful people. I'm going to take that off. I'm losing my mind. And he's reaping all the benefits. Right. Anna Cat says, mate, where are you with the whole Sancho thing? Do you think it's happening? I hope so. I think we need him. I think it's just as likely he comes to us as anybody else. I think Champions League football is important for us to cement, to convince him to want to come to us. But I think the benefit we've got compared to some of the other top clubs around the world, like the likes of Liverpool and City and in Spain and stuff like that, is that Manchester City are dying out for a top-class right winger. And, of course, we've got Dan James, but, Sancho's a different animal. He's a different level of play. He's scored so many goals. Here comes City down the right, though. He's done him, and he's got to put it on a plate. And oh, how have they screwed that one up? And somehow City don't manage to get anybody on the end of that. It was just a bit of a crumble job in the end there by Kyle Walker, who got himself into a horrendously dangerous position, but just couldn't pick out a final product at all. Nobody loitering in the pocket of space that he finally puts the ball into. But great play by Walker up into that point. But Gabriel Jesus maybe just misread it a little bit, wanted it a little bit more to his feet. As Newton says, should get the gluten-free pizza. Might be that. It's very interesting. I've never found out if I'm, if I've got any sort of allergies or any intolerance to foods and stuff like that. So it's a good point, my friend. But the gluten-free pizza sounds absolutely dirt. It sounds like one of those vegetarian mucks. Who wants that? Ruddy says, I need to get an Arsenal sticker to cover the United logo on the Don Piglioni shirt. Yeah, thank you, Ruddy, for getting one of these Don Piglioni shirts. There is a Sly Man United badge in there. But yeah, you can check this out if you want to have a look at the link in the description if you want a Don Piglioni shirt. But hey, there's a whole bunch of you heroes coming in. Am I coming through okay, everybody? Because I haven't, streamed for a while doing these watch-alongs. And I just want to make sure I'm coming through okay. I'm just going to actually check my stream out and make sure it does actually look and sound how it's supposed to. Yeah, it's a bit dark, but whatever. New merch. Yeah, not that new. We've had this out for a few weeks. But yeah, we got a Don Piglioni Pigfather shirt that Eddie O2 designed. So you can check that out in the Teespring shop. Nice one. Oh, hang on. We've got a PayPal here, lads and lasses. Sorry, I've just missed all this because I was watching the game on my phone previously. Give me one moment. We've got a PayPal here. Oh, my. What the Hang on a second. I've just got to give a couple of unbelievably massive shout-outs right now, because this is just freaking insane. Gungshi, mate. Gungshi from Taiwan. I hope you're still watching, my friend. I know you are, actually, because you're still commenting. But Gungshi, mate, thank you so much for getting up and watching this game and being, awake through the night. And I have to say, that is absolutely insane of you. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for your support on the channel and just for sending that over, mate. He says, great to have football back. And also good to see the return of the famous flying pig hat. Get in there, my son. Gungshi, mate, thank you. Honestly, mate, that is incredible. And, yeah, I'm happy to have the hat back. You'll be pleased to know that it's actually been washed. It's actually been washed, this hat. So, it doesn't smell like a pig anymore, but it soon will do. But it's actually come out pretty well. I'm happy with how it came out. Consider I got this hat like over 10 years ago from Primark for a tenner. It's a pretty decent hat. So thank you for that, Gungshi, mate. You're a top man. Really appreciate that. Unreal with you. Thank you, my friend. There's a break in play in the game, by the way, everybody. So player receiving treatment, just in case you were wondered. 22 minutes, 50 seconds gone. And Matt Rush. I don't see you in the live chat, Matt Rush, my friend, but bloody hell, Matt Rush. Insane of you. He's commented and said, yes, the pig is back in town. Donation for a cheeky Chinese. Celebrating the start of the league. Glory, glory, Man United. Matt Rush. Oh, Matty the Rushmeister, really appreciate that. Hey, Ruddy, don't delete that hashtag, mate. I know you don't like political stuff, but like I said, just get rid of homophobic and racist stuff. That's fine. Anyway, yeah. So the pig is back in town. Matt Rush, that is insane of you, my friend. Thank you very, very much for that. I hope you're all keeping well and staying classy, as I know that you are. But my days, Matt Rush, you're a bloody nutter. Oh yes, that will get me a Chinese, my friend. To say the least. Thank you. Bloody hell, right, what a bunch of heroes. Anyway, right, 23 minutes, 56 seconds gone. The game has got back underway now. Ruddy Can't Game says no politics. You're making up your own rules now, Ruddy. Okay? Stop making up your own rules. I know Arsenal are going to get battered here, and, they're getting pissed on at the moment, but, just calm down over there, Ruddy, mate. Oh, MUFC Gang says pig is back in town, baby. Back in the mix with the watch-along. Come on, my son! Get in there. This is like, I didn't think I would feel like this, but I'm having a, like a constant mangasm. It's like we've gone tantric, we've gone mantric over here, everybody. Hey, Luca Capullo, what's going on? Thank you very much, Ruddy Can't Game. Very nice of you, mate. Yeah, just like I say, just anything that's going, that's just outright abusive. I mean, the fact is, you can't remove hashtags that say Black Lives Matter when the players that we're watching on the team have Black Lives Matter on their shirt. That doesn't make any sense. That's kind of like, I disagree with Black Lives Matter, which I don't. I don't disagree with Black Lives Matter. I also do think that all lives matter, but, I understand the need to support Black lives right now. So that I don't have a problem with it personally. So that's my political stance on it anyway. Gungshi says prolonged piggasm. All over the calf. Anakat Mohan says it's like watching football as a sport that's newly invented. It is a little bit strange, isn't it? I mean, they're just not quite up to fully sharpness, but it's actually not been too bad of a game so far. They have had some chances, but the final product of both teams has been gash. Jack and Brad Gaming, how you doing? He says, Piglet. How you doing, Jack and Brad? Good to see you. Dan Tay says, Bruno and Pogba partnership's giving me a mangasm. Oh, well, we'll see how that goes, Dante. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to read my article, there's a little bit about Pogba and Bruno and if I think it could work and all this sort of stuff. And actually, for the game against Spurs, I'd like to see Matic and Fred play because I think they were the best partnership that we've seen cemented this season. But is Pogba a better technical player than all of them? Yes, he is. But we'll see because I think Pogba obviously is going to have to play in the CAM role. Bruno's going to have to play in the CM role. Pogba's going to have to play in the midfield 2 in a 4-2-3-1 if we're talking about that. So maybe a formation change would make sense to accommodate Pogba. Something like a 4-3-3. I don't really know, but I'm just not crazy about seeing Pogba in the CDM role, if you like. De Bruyne surging forward down the right here. Mahrez tries to get onto it. Good bit of defending by Arsenal, and they get it away here. Oh, just as far as Kyle Walker, though, who wins it back when Doozy takes it off of Kyle Walker then. And they've got to have one sideshow Bob on the pitch at any one time. I'm on to talk right now, aren't I? Hey, look at that first-class gamer. He says sideshow Bob's warming up. Oh, dear. David Lewis is warming up, is he? We're going to have 2 sideshow Bobs. We're going to have sideshow Bob and Cecil. Is it Cecil? Is his brother called Cecil? I think so. Something like that. Cedric or some shit like that. Big God Bob says, Domino's are opening a branch next door to you. Just cope with demand from you. I'm just going to ask you guys a question quickly. 27 minutes, 18 seconds in. You know the movie Richie Rich, or the comic strip, or whatever it is? Richie Rich, though, it had Macaulay Culkin in it. There's a film made when I was a kid. It was decent. But anyway, he has a McDonald's in his house, because he's that super rich. He has a fully staffed and working McDonald's restaurant in his house, right? My question to you is, if you had that same choice of having a restaurant, I don't think any of us would be that lavish to do that, but I'm just saying if you had to have the choice of having one takeaway restaurant, I'm not talking about Nando's or Carluccio's or whatever, I'm talking about fast food, what would it be? I think it's very difficult. So basically you've got the choice of like Burger King, KFC, Subway, McDonald's, of course. Ooh. JP says, oh, JP, I bet you would. G-Will says, I think KFC. That would be pretty insane, actually, to have a KFC. Domino's is overrated, says Madge J. I mean, to be fair, I do think Domino's is the best sort of big chain takeaway pizza in the UK anyway. My brother says that in America it's different and it's gash, but over here it's really nice. That's what he said when he came here, so don't know why that would be. But yeah, I prefer it to Pizza Hut and Papa John's, but it's expensive. And over there they said it's dirt cheap, but here it's quite expensive, Domino's. If you want a big pizza, it's like 18, 19 quid. Steve FC says, what do you want to win? So, hi, Steve. The person I want to win is, or the team I want to win, should I say, would be Arsenal, I guess, in this game. Just because City are cheating scumbags. And, of course, Arsenal are scumbags too, but at least they're kind of shite scumbags. KFC says first-class gamer. Yeah, I think I might have to agree with you, but I would turn into a Big Daddy box meal if I had to do that. Ruddy says Domino's is cash here. Yeah, my brother said the same thing. You've got to try some UK Domino's, because my brother said exactly the same thing. But over here, I honestly do prefer it to all the other chains, The collective force getting in there with the Phil Jones emojis. Loving it. Imagine having 6 Phil Joneses in your side. Bloody hell. I was talking to you earlier in the chat, actually, collective force, and Isn't it funny how Phil Jones has got to be the luckiest player in the sense that he's bloody bang average. He just squeaked in there for Fergie's last title. So he's got a Premier League medal. He's got an FA Cup winners medal. He's got a League Cup winners medal. He's got a Europa League winners medal. He's got 2 Super Cups to his name. Phil bloody No Bones Jones in this period for Manchester United as well. I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Matty the Rushmeister, there he is, the man, the myth, the Legiondes. Hey, Matt Rush, thank you so much for your PayPal, mate. I've already, thanked you a lot, but really just want to thank you very much again for that, my friend. Blow me away with that one. Thank you, Matty Rushmeister. Marshall Gralla. Hey, there's so many legends getting in. How you doing, Marshall Gralla? He says, hello, everyone. So nice to see you all. Great to be back, Pig. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic to be back. It's really great to see all you guys. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Shout out to any of the new people that are getting in here. And, subscribe to the channel if you are new for all sorts of upcoming content over the next season, everyone. Come on. 31 minutes gone in the game now. Still 0-0. Here comes City then. De Bruyne tees it up, gets it back, gets his head up, goes for a shot on goal, but it is blocked away now. City still with possession of the ball. De Bruyne back on it once again here. He gets his head up, gives it to Mahrez. And now Guendouzi retrieves the ball for Arsenal here. And Arsenal will be liking this so far, to be perfectly honest. Ruddy, Cinnamon, there's a couple of other Arsenal fans in here. Joe, of course. I'm sure you guys are. Let me know. Are you happy with the performance so far? At the end of the day, you're 31 minutes in away from home at City, one of the best teams in the league, with a superior team, I suppose, and it's 0-0. And Arsenal have had a moment or two, but they're just, I don't know. The longer it goes on, the more chance Arsenal have to actually do something here. Don Piglioni, how you doing? He says, hi. Hello, my name is Phil Jones, no bones. I'd like to tell you I've got no bones. Collective Forces, Absolute Punches legends in here. Smash that like button. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in. Hit that like button, everybody. Leave a thumbs up. It definitely helps us with the old YouTube algorithm. And also, shout out to, Darren Homeyard and a bunch of peeps that share it on Twitter and beforehand and all that stuff. Really appreciate everybody who does that. It really helps us out. Thank you very, very much. Matt Rush says, did Villa win earlier? No, it was 0-0, but they should have lost. They should have lost because obviously Sheffield United put the ball over the line, but the referee didn't give it. Nuttiness, my friend. Absolute nuttiness. Hello, my name is Phil No Bones Jones. I'd like to tell you how I've got no bones. Oh man, I don't know why I'm doing it to the tempo of Dr. Green Thumb there, but it just seemed to work. Roddy Can't Games says Sheffield United denied a clear goal, but that is good for Arsenal. And good for Manchester United too, because they are not far behind us. Aniket Mohan says City fans can't even fill the fan cams. Sheffield draw is good for us, says this dude. Oh, yes, this dude. Mikey Smith. Mikey the Smithinator, one of the channel legends. He says, Arsenal done all right, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the longer this game goes on, they're doing okay, aren't they? Hey, Primot says Mainz 2. FC Mainz 2 versus Dortmund 2-0 up. Oh, a shot on goal there, but Bernd Leno makes the save. And Raheem Sterling with the shot. Big God Bob with the piggy emoji. Why are you angry with me, Big God Bob? Says VAR and Hawkeye is still on furlough. Seems that way. Wow, really good bit of play by Sterling. He's cut inside there and he's got a curl shot off at the far post, but it's a good dive and save there by Leno. Oh, sorry, it's choking on my own saliva here. Kyle Walker on the ball for Manchester City after a quick corner. Mahrez now. Mahrez down the right for Manchester City. He cuts inside, puts it on his left boot, but it's well defended there, and it is blocked away. But Kyle Walker retrieves it once again and plays it inside to Kevin De Bruyne. Here comes City now then. Pressure on. This is where City looks so comfortable, just slowly passing it around, working their chances, looking for those holes in the defence. And they're doing it very well. They're just sat in front of Arsenal's defence right now. Arsenal quite content to just sit back and soak this up. But here comes City. Great chance. Bernd Leno makes a fantastic save. What a save by Bernd Leno. Great reactionary save, and he's palmed it away into the sort of 6-yard area, but it's cleared away by his Arsenal defenders. 34 minutes, 40 seconds gone. And here come Manchester City with another flurry, another wave of attack here. It's a terrible ball in, but it's actually found its way all the way to the other side of the pitch to Mahrez, who cuts in. And Cruyff turns the defender, does him, but he's given it back to Kevin De Bruyne, who's gone to a wide position to retrieve it. He plays it all the way back to the centre circle now. Crikey! Ruddy can't game says Leno can be man of the match. So far for Arsenal, I'd have to say that's probably the case. Stefan says going to turn Pig onto some good stuff, and Mrs. Pig will become a rock chick. You won't regret it, Pig. Honest go. Nice one, Stefan, mate. I love a bit of rock music anyway. Big time. Majd J says, Pig, you want Arsenal to win, right? Yeah. Yes, I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do. Just simply, because they're behind us and stuff like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess. And a draw would be okay, I suppose. Really, City shouldn't even matter about City. So yeah, we probably want City to win, because City aren't going to be in the Champions League next year if that ban's going to be upheld, which I'm not sure if it is because of money, probably. But if it is upheld, then we actually want City to win, because they're not going to be in it regardless. Here we go down the right. Oh, it's played back then to Ederson in Manchester City's goal. Primot says De Gea's last season next year. Gungshi says Mark Clattenburg first class game. I'm actually coughing a little nice. Likely to be hay fever. Hang on, miss what that was in reference to. Oh, refs name that start with M are melters. Mike Dean, Martin Atkinson, Michael Oliver. Yeah, and Mark Clattenburg as well. You're right, mate. A lot of them are melts, aren't they? It's a good point you bring up there. A lot of melty M's. Basically, if your name starts with M, don't be a referee. That's a good point. But yeah, maybe it's just the names more than anything, Mark. It's a bit of a melt in it. No, I'm joking. Here we go, down the left then for City. Raheem Sterling on the ball then. And David Silva, he's got his way through. He tees it up for De Bruyne, edge of the area, sprays it out to the right to Mahrez. 1-on-1 with Leno. Leno makes another brilliant save. He makes himself big, and Mahrez right down the middle strikes it into Leno. Leno's having a wicked game out there for Arsenal, man. He's really doing the business between the sticks. He's keeping this 0-0 at the moment. Fair play. 37 minutes, 7 seconds gone, everyone. Arsenal still hanging in there. City probing, working it around, trying. But it's not happened for them just yet, mainly because of a really fantastic goalkeeping performance by Leno. Yeah, Match J says, what a save. Hey, Wallace Moncroy Stewart. How you doing, Wallace Moncroy Stewart? Thank you very much. He says, evening, great to see you. Hey, Stephen Carr as well in here says, City win, laugh at Arsenal and stop Scousers from winning it as long as possible. Yes, there you go. That makes sense. That does make sense, especially if they're not going to be included in next season's Champions League regardless of where they finish. It makes sense just to let City win it, doesn't it? That takes away the few points from Arsenal, a potential competitor for those Champions League spaces. So yeah. Stefan says, Mike Dean, what a clown. Gungshi says, Pig is the best commentator of them all. Hey, thank you so much for that, Gungshi lad. It's a little bit harder than usual because I don't actually, I'm not that familiar with some of Arsenal's team here, to be honest. And because they've all got Black Lives Matter on their shirts as well, it's like, I'm not 100% sure which one it is at times, who's on the ball. Like, I can tell Guendouzi because of his hair. And I'm familiar with all the City's players, but there's a couple of Arsenal players, like, who is that? Oh, here we go. City, Kevin De Bruyne, edge of the area. Oh, it's got to be played through one more. Raheem Sterling. How has he missed that? He's absolutely missed it. He's missed it by a country mile in the end. He just needed a little flick, chip, deft touch over the keeper. Bernd Leno does enough, coming out, rushing out, making himself big, I guess, to put Raheem Sterling off. De Bruyne is so good, by the way. How many times has De Bruyne just ripped Arsenal open in this gambit of this game? But look at that. That's not that far. It's quite far. That is not a great chipped effort there by Raheem Sterling. Great movement from him. Great to get in that position. Fantastic pass through by Kevin De Bruyne, who I must say is having a good game and is probably the best midfielder in the league. Let's be honest now. Simple as that. And it's showing right now. But once again, Raheem Sterling's been wasteful in this game. We've seen it a couple of times already. It's classic Raheem Sterling at the moment. And look, over the last 2 years, he's actually been one of the best players in the league. You have to say that. Pep's done wonders with Raheem. But what I mean by classic Raheem Sterling is it's old school Raheem Sterling. It's Liverpool Raheem Sterling. It's headless chicken Raheem Sterling out there at the moment. all mouth, no trousers, getting into the final position. That's great. But bottle job in the final product. That's what we're seeing, from them at the moment. First Class Gamer says, enjoying this commentary more than the game. Thank you very much for that First Class Gamer. I'm really enjoying commentating tonight. I'm going to be honest with you, everybody. It's like I've had something pent up. It's like we've been pent up. It's like, that scene in Scary Movie where he pastes her to the ceiling. It's like that. We've talked about that before for different reasons. But it's like that, but in a footballing sense. And we're just unleashing. We're unleashing right now. The collective force is never good when your keeper is looking like man of the match. That's so true. It means you've had your back to the wall and basically you've been getting peppered. But yes, Burnt Leno, definitely, definitely one of the best players on the pitch so far. Probably man of the match. Son of American talk show host Jay Leno. Not a lot of people know that. That's not true. Anyway, Eagle, how you doing, Eagle? He says Arsenal full name is Substandard Arsenal. Sounds about right. Eagle says Arsenal full name is Oh, sorry, I've already just read that out. Read it again. It was funny. Jake says Sterling having a mare as usual. I mean, that was headless chicken worthy from Raheem. Great bit of play, though, by De Bruyne. And just a couple of moments before that, he did the very same thing and split Arsenal's defence open, where they have been socially distancing still. At the back there, look, they're 2 metres apart from each other. And Mahrez this time blew his chance with a great save by Leno. But Leno's doing the bits out there, isn't he? Germany goalkeeper. It's quite amazing how many great keepers Germany have, actually. I wouldn't mind a German goalkeeper in the England national team. Sure, we've got, Henderson, Pickford, but Germany just got a lot of good goalkeepers, don't they? Right from your whoever it may be, your Neuers and your Farmans and your Lenos and who else is there? Name some other top German goalkeepers. There's a bunch of them. I'm missing out. I'm forgetting it. But there is a bunch of them, man. Matty Rush says Rashi to score on Friday. Yes, I'm going for Rashford to score. I'm going for Martial and Rashford to score in a 2-1 victory. Bruno pulling the strings. That's what I'm going for. So I think you could be right there. Hey, Soyang Pabu, how you doing? Palbu. He says, good to see you, Pig. It's great to see you too, Soyang. Thank you very much for stopping by and getting involved in the live chat. Everybody, thank you for getting involved. Look at that. Cinnamon says 60 likes and 0 dislikes. Well done, legends. That is sick. Thank you, everybody. I guess the target's going to be 100 likes, everybody. So if you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do hit that thumbs up, and I'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the rest of the game. We're 42 minutes, 22 seconds gone. Hopefully I'm not too out of sync with you guys, but, we are streaming live here and stuff, and it's going through to my Xbox. 42 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Arsenal step over, put the free kick in. It's a good one in behind City's defence there. But just couldn't quite get on the end of it, and it has gone out for a goal kick to Manchester City. Edison goes to retrieve. Thank you, Matt Rush. Says, smash a like for the pig. Yeah, please do smack a like on everyone. Primot in the gaff as well says, I've had way too many of my mum's sausage rolls this afternoon. Love those little buggers, especially with a bit of HP sauce. Oh, Primot, you're making me hungry now. Like I said, I haven't eaten anything. I am getting hungry, but we'll persevere. It's not long to go. Primot says, oh, sorry, just read that. Yeah, sausage rolls are the daddy, to be fair, If you're in America, try and find like an English pub or somewhere that does a proper sausage roll, and they're bloody awesome. I had an amazing meal yesterday, actually, which was enchiladas. Basically my new favourite meal, pretty much. I don't know if you could call it enchiladas, really. Basically just meatballs done in like a tomato, pasta-y type sauce with a shitload of cheese and done in, like a wrap. And then, yeah, you know what it is. That sort of thing. Tom Kime, how you doing, Tom? He says, score prediction. I'm going 3-0 to Manchester City. Look, I know it's still 0-0, but the only reason it's actually not 3-0 right now to Manchester City is because of that man Leno in the goal there. Oliver Kahn says Gungshi, yes, absolutely one of the best keepers of all time, Oliver Kahn. Great shout. To Stegen says Ruddy can't game. Lehman says Ruddy can't game. Oh, Jens Lehman. Yeah. Jens Lehman, man. He was a great goalkeeper. He was such a twat, wasn't he? But in kind of an awesome way. Like, if he played for my team, I kind of liked how much of a twat he was, but not the whole eccentricity getting sent off bullshit. Ted Savalas says, play us a song on that guitar. That's not going to happen right now, Ted. I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I haven't learned anything new. People are sick and tired of of listening to that. Mikhail Kramer says, yes, Pig. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mikhail. Great to see you too, Mr. Kramer. Kramer versus Kramer. How you doing? Look at that. Double comment. Kramer versus Kramer. Chiwu says, that's what I had today, Pig. But baguette. Good shout. That's like a meatball sub then. Marge J says, if City don't win, though, I still don't give a fook. If City don't win, I don't know. Ryan Berberspin says, Casillas. Casillas was Spanish, but he was a great goalkeeper. Yes, Iker Casillas was still is probably a great bloody goalkeeper, isn't he? Oh, City managed to get the way through, but this time it is blocked away. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time, or added time, I should say, in the first half here. 45 minutes, 15 seconds gone currently. Thank you, Matty the Rushmeister. Primot says, likely a couple, yeah. This dude says Czech. Czech was from the Czech Republic. Ruddy Can't Game says, I'm going to make some chicken wings after. Oh, chicken wingery. You can't go wrong. 45 minutes, 30. Raheem Sterling knows a little thing about that because he's playing like a headless chicken out there tonight. Oh, why couldn't I have been one of the fans on the big screen there? Is that only Man City fans? Do you know what I mean? Roddy says, I'm going to make... Oh, sorry, I read that. Up the chicken wings, says Prima. Oh, hell yeah. Chicken wings are the daddy. 46 minutes gone. 2 minutes left of the half before the referee blows his whistle on the added time there. It's not been the most exciting of games, but City have had a couple of key chances. And if... Oh, Guendouzi's foot and Raheem Sterling's banged it away. And after a whole 45 minutes of great goalkeeping by Bernd Leno and shocking social distance defending by Arsenal, guess what? It's that man, David Luiz, Sideshow Bob, who's come on. I thought it was Guendouzi. I've been doing Guendouzi dirty. It's not Guendouzi. It had to be the man, the social distance warrior himself. Oh, look at how bad that is. David Luiz, what's he doing? Have you just seen this from David Luiz? The ball comes in. He's a freaking joker, this man. He's just let it go across his knee, and I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to clear it away with his hip. Who clears it away with their hip? And Raheem Sterling's there, and fair play to Raheem. It's a brilliant finish. He's banged it on the half volley past Leno. Leno will be gutted. He will be gutted, my friends. Leno, because he's been so good in this first half, but it's down to David Luiz. You know, the Phil Jones of Arsenal, the Phil Jones of football. He's a melter, this guy. And it's clear to see for all to see, because look what just happened. He's just bottled it. It's 1-0 to City. Look at that. I've just updated the score, everybody. And oh my days, what a shocking bit of defending by David Luiz. As simple as that. David Luiz has melted all over the place. Oh, he gets his name Sideshow Bob for a very good reason, doesn't he? Not just because he's got the hair, but also he is somewhat of a clown, this man at the back. You know? Ruddy Can't Game says, Luiz hung Leno out to dry. I feel so bad for Leno. I really do. He's had a stunner of a performance. And he couldn't really do anything about that. Raheem's just got onto it in the right position and lashed it home. Guendouzi winning it back in the centre of the park. Commits a foul, though. It's a free kick to City. He's a little bit committed there. Might get himself a yellow card, but no. Oh my days, David Luiz. What a shocker. You know all of his teammates right now. They can't help but think, like, it just doesn't feel nice having David Luiz at the back of your team. You know you've got issues and conceding goals there. You know you've got errors at the back. And I don't think it helps the team out. They do say some of the best teams are built from the back, are built on a great solid defence, and that's very true. It allows, if you've got solid players like when United had that back line of Evra, Rio, Vidic and Gary Neville, when you have a back line like that, it allows the rest of the team a little bit more creative freedom, a little bit more of a chance, you know, maybe only a couple of % more chance of not conceding. But the fact is, if they're that good, they're that solid, they can make the difference and allow your players the creativity and the freedom to go forward. And crikey, Arsenal do not get that at all with David Luiz, do they? Shocking bit of defending, everybody. And again, it's David Luiz who's had a crumble job. What do you guys think about that one, eh? Gungshi says Luiz is like Phil Jones and Fellaini in one package. It's true, you know. If only we could get him to gurn a little bit. Do you know what, though? In all honesty, I do actually like David Luiz. He's quite a character off the pitch. I like him, but I just think he is a calamity of a footballer. At one point, though, when he first came to Chelsea, he was really good. He looked so good. And he has had great spells in his career. Talking about a player who's played for, Chelsea a couple of times, PSG, of course, Arsenal. He's had a great career. But yeah, I mean, oh my days, he's got a lot of errors in him, that kid. The Cineman says, we need a sideshow Bob emoji. Madge J says, good first half. Matt Rush says, get your coat, Luiz. Ruddy Cunt Game says, David 7-1 Luiz. Idiot. Oh, yes, the game in the World Cup against the Germans. Yes, he had a captain nightmare there, didn't he? Because he was obviously captain in Brazil. In Brazil. That was the World Cup in Brazil as well. And of course, they lost 7-1 to the Germans, who did go on and win it and were the best team in the tournament. But crikey, I mean, that sums up his career, really. That was a crumble job. Idionitis says, Leno saved Banter FC. Yeah, very good point. It could easily be 4-0 right now if it wasn't for Burnt Leno at the back there, like doing some unbelievable jobs in between the sticks. Like literally saving them, He's like in between the sticks. He's like Danielson. You know what I mean? Like Danielson. With the fly, when he's trying to catch the fly with the chopsticks, That's what he's been doing all night. He's been catching those flies with those chopsticks, man. But, who is David Luiz? David Luiz is, I guess, he's the getting the body bag guy. Get him a body bag. Yeah. Get him a body bag. That's all David Luiz is. You have to have seen it. You have to have seen it to understand. I don't even know what I'm on about. Thank you, Sammy Hopkins, for the emojis there. In United, what a legend, says Arsenal's defence is like Mr. Bean. Clueless and all over the place, I guess, and silent. Wallace Montcroy Stewart says, am I allowed to mention Bert Trautmann? He was German, played for City between 1949 and 1964. He's a very good keeper. Fair play to you, I believe I've heard of him. There's a lot of good German goalkeepers. Even right now, the Baumann's another one, actually. He's pretty decent. Yes, good point, though. Bert Trautmann, fair play to you. Eagle says, good defence and allows team counter-attack. Hit on the break. Absolutely, so true. You've seen that with United, actually, this season, when we set up with the 5-3-2 against the bigger teams like City. Ollie received a bit of criticism for it, and it's a bit negative, but when you've got great counter-attacking players, what I mean by that is players that can move it forward quickly with their pace and their running, and, players like Rashford, Martial, that sort of thing, Dan James. It makes a lot of sense to just sit back and when you receive it, just to hit them on the counter. And that is what having a great defence also provides you, once you win it back. If you've got a player that's going to win it back 5% more of the time than Phil Jones, then obviously you're going to have more joy going forward a few percent of the time too. That's how it works. So, it's all about... Right, here's a question for you, everybody. What do you think is the best defence, the best defensive lineup for a club side ever? Never mind internationally. For a club side, do you think it's, Evra, Gary Neville, Vidic, Rio? That's got to be up there. Is it, Maldini and Baresi and who else was in that team? Was it? There's another classic. Who's that other classic that played with Baresi and Maldini? Anyway, you know who I mean. Is it that? What is it? The Real Madrid one with David Luiz. Sorry, not David Luiz. Dani Alves, Marcelo, Sergio Ramos. That's Varane or whoever was before Varane. That's a pretty exceptional one as well. Barca 2012. Okay, yeah, PK. Puyol. Sorry, I didn't mean Dani Alves. Dani Alves played for Barca. What am I about? Barca, that's the defence I meant, actually, sorry. Dani Alves, PK, freaking Puyol, and who was Barca's left back? Jordi Alba, is it? I don't know. Not in 2012, it wasn't. So who was their left back in 2000? Was it Abidal? I think it was Abidal, wasn't it? Barcelona's 2012. Madge J says, gotta go. Hey, thank you so much for getting in here, Madge J. I hope I pronounced your name right, my friend. Great to see you in here. Thank you for stopping by and getting involved. Nesta. Alessandro Nesta. Yes, Ryan Berber, spin 9. Costa Curta as well. Yes. Cannavaro, JP. Yeah, he was a CDM, wasn't he? But yeah, man, to be fair, Syria had it locked down in the 90s, like with the best defences they just did, So I'm pretty sure... Get this. So, Milan, one season, Milan won the Serie A division with 34 goals scored. And the bottom of the table team got relegated and finished bottom of the table having scored 34 goals as well. So it's like they scored the same amount of goals, but that's how good their defense was. They won every game 1-0, pretty much, you know. They were that good. They were that strong. They'd get a goal and then just defend that lead. It was so difficult to play against the Italians back then. Their defenses were just so damn good. Manchester, Messi or Ronaldo? For me, it's Ronaldo. I just love the guy. But look, I understand why people think Messi's the GOAT. But I just love Ronaldo. Yeah, Ryan Burberspin says Abidal. Yeah, I believe it was Abidal. Tom Kime says Juventus 2016. Fair play, who's that then? Like Bonucci and Chiellini. Yeah, good defence, good defence. Struggling to think of their wing backs now. Big old Bob says, get the Scrumpy back out Friday for the United lads. Oh! Dean Flynn says, hi Pig, how you doing, Dean Flynn? Great to see you. John Gagan says, Stam. Stam was a heck of a player, to be perfectly honest. That defence in those days, actually, was sensational. What about United's 90s defence as well, you know? Paul Parker, criminally underrated player, actually, Paul Parker. He's a fantastic player. And then you also had Dennis Irwin, and then, you know, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister. That obviously is a very special defence for United fans, but I don't think you can hold it up to the latter defence in terms of just overall quality, because in the latter defence, what I mean by the latter defence is the Rio, the Vidic, the Evra, the Gary Neville era. That is just like some of the best players in the world in their positions, really. So, you know. Ruddy says Barcelona 2012. Yeah, it's a really interesting debate here. Big God Bob says, actually, I'll tell you what, Chelsea's defence during that time period needs a great shout, where they had Ashley Cole and they had John Terry, who, say what you want about John Terry, the guy's a massive tit. The guy's a huge tit. But crikey, if he's not one of the best centre-backs the league's ever seen. Like, he just is. He just was. He was that good. As much as I hate to say it, he read the game so well, and, you know, scored a lot of goals as well from corners and stuff like that. You can't discount that. He was a great player. He was also an absolute tit. But that era, that defensive era, where they had, you know, Makelele in front, and who partnered John Terry when Jose was at Chelsea the first time, and they had like Makelele in front, Ashley Cole on the left, John Terry, and who was their right back as well? I'd love to know. I'm struggling to remember, guys. It's been a while. Gungshi says Irwin. Dennis Irwin was quite a special talent, really. Obviously, a Republic of Ireland player, left back, right back, wherever you wanted to play him, really, he could play there. Great going forward, great pass, great defensively, used to take penalties, free kicks. He was something else. Carvalho, of course, Ricardo Carvalho, the Portuguese international there. Someone else commented with that, so did Matty Rush. Very good point. Carvalho was very good at that time. Unbelievably good at that time, actually. One of the best in the world at that time, I think it's fair to say. This dude says Cahill. Yeah, latterly, Cahill was a strong player for Chelsea. But, you know, James Price says Henningberg was underrated too. Yeah, Ronnie Johnson was decent. United had a lot of good players back then. Wes Brown. Someone else comments Ivanovic. Yeah, wasn't Ivanovic a little bit later, though? That was a little bit later than that whole Ashley Cole, Ricardo Carvalho, John Terry period, wasn't it? Or no, am I wrong? Dylan Gill says, hey, Pig, we've got an Arsenal defending back. We've got our Arsenal defending back. I'll tell you what, lads and lasses, great first half performance. I'm really enjoying this watch along, everybody. Thank you for joining me on the live stream tonight. Friday night, the live stream's going to be back again for the Manchester United versus Tottenham watch along. Absolutely cannot wait for it. Really looking forward to that one. I mean, more so than pretty much any game I've ever looked forward to. I don't know why. I know it's only, you know, it's not a Champions League final, but I guess it's just the anticipation, the fact that we've been on lockdown. It's been a bit of a gash few months for everybody, really. And I think it's just nice to have the football back. It's such a nice distraction. We forget how important sport is and how important football is, just for your own personal enjoyment of things, really. And it's sad to say, but if you're a sports fan, some people don't give a toss about sport, but if you're a sports fan, to have it just taken away and not have any sport on, man, it's a shock to the system, eh? Yeah. By the way, please do us... Oh, crikey, my hair's poking out through the sides. We're sweating our tits off here, everybody. But do us a favour if you're tuning in tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button. Do leave that thumbs up rating if you can. And also, please give it a share on your social media account. That would very much help us out. Check out the website, flyandpigunited.com. Also, for your Manchester United news source, no BS. Man United news source and football news source in general. So check out the website, everybody. It's going to be updated very regularly. Yeah, nice one. Stephen United says, have you got a PS4 yet, Pig? No, my friend, I haven't, no. To be fair, I mean, I've got an Xbox, I've got the PC. It's hard to justify right now, especially when there is a new console coming out in a few months' time. So I think what I'm going to do, I won't buy it immediately. I don't even know if I'm going to get the Xbox or the PlayStation 5, or, or if I'll get them. There's got to be a reasonable deal on at the time, which, depends how much it costs. If it costs £600, I'm not buying one of those things. But if it's like $399 after Christmas or something in January, maybe we'll bite the bullet, So I'm just going to hang on until we get one of those bad boys, I think. Plus, I just bought myself a little bicycle as well. So that's the kitty spunked for the month. But it's good that the pig's going to get out on some wheels and lose a few pounds, my friends. Get the old blood pumping. Sam Ingram, how you doing, Sam Ingram? He says, Pig, are you getting the PS5 console? We'll see, maybe. I mean, to be honest, it's funny. I've kind of already got the PS5 console. I've got an old Sky Digital box, which has white curves and the blue light, and it just looks very, very similar to that. Pretty much got one already. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in, honestly. Really appreciate it. Pavan Nair says, how does it make you feel about Rashford for what he's done recently as a United fan? Pavan, thank you so much for bringing that up, my friend. Yes, Marcus Rashford, what a hero, what a man, what an example to everybody, around the world, but certainly people in this country, the youth of this country, using his platform for positive, using his platform for good. He doesn't have to do that. There's people who are just selling brand deals or whatever on their social media, What he's actually doing is using his platform to benefit, which is going to benefit literally, I think it's 1.2 million children throughout this country, the youth of this country that maybe aren't eating properly, because let's face it, there's a lot of people who are in poverty in this country, whether we like to admit it or not. And I think there's a horrible statistic where there's 8 million people in this country that have less than £100 in their account right now. That's the fact. And it's not an easy life for everybody. And to take school meals away from people during this period where there isn't anything means that they wouldn't be getting the same sustenance that they usually would whilst being at school, and to keep it going. I think it's a disgrace to the government getting rid of it anyway. I mean, they've got all these money for whatever, everything else. I know it's a difficult time, to be fair, for the government and their spending and their budgets and all that sort of thing, but just goes to show you, man, what can be done with positivity, what can be done with the right attitude. It's not about smashing shit up. It's really not. It's about getting your voice out there. It's about getting your voice heard. And I know this is a completely separate thing, but it's valid. Rashford seems like such a nice, down-to-earth lad. He represents the fan base amazingly. He represents Manchester amazingly. He represents the team of Manchester United amazingly. And to me, he's just about the nicest guy that there is in football. Him and Wani Mata, and, we've got a lot of nice guys at United. Dan James, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, There's so many nice guys at United, which is why I have got such a passion for this squad, more so than any squad since probably the Ferguson days. I've got so much passion for this squad. We've got nice lads in there, man. We've got real down-to-earth lads. Couple of dickheads, sure. But, it wouldn't be right without at least a couple of dickheads. But I think Rashford's just a credit to his profession, a credit to the country. And I'm very glad that he was able to make the government stand up and pay attention and actually make a change. And it just goes to show you what the power of, social media, but also the power of somebody in a position like Rashford, who's looked upon, in a position of being a role model, who actually uses it for the positive, who actually uses it for the good. And I just think that that's absolutely amazing. So thank you very much to Marcus Rashford. I want to say that. Because it's a good thing that he's done. He's literally helping feed millions of kids that otherwise may go hungry. So there's no bad thing about that, is there? The guy's a hero. The guy's a bloody legend. The second half is getting underway now, lads and lasses. We're about to kick off. The whistle's just gone. 45 minutes in then. Sprayed over to the right for Manchester City. They've got that 1-0 lead. They will be very happy with that going in after a frustrating first 45 minutes, not being able to put it past Leno in the Arsenal goal. But I must say, Leno has had an unbelievable game so far, but in the end it was all for naught, because If you haven't seen it, I'll just let you know what happened. Basically, the ball's played into Arsenal's defence and David Luiz just flaps it. He tries to clear it with his hip, of all things, just misjudges it completely. The ball gets skewed up into the air and it lands for Raheem Sterling, who turns and strikes it very cleanly on the half volley past Leno, who up until that point had saved maybe about 4 or 5 clear-cut chances. And he'll be gutted to lose that clean sheet in that manner as well from a defensive error. David Luiz, though, it's just more of the same. Clown Joker stuff. Yet the second half started in United. We are 45 minutes, 55 seconds in. How far am I behind you guys? Let me know. Hopefully we're coming through a lot quicker than we used to because I changed the settings on YouTube. I didn't know you could do that and put it on no latency. Big God Bob says, Sir Marcus Rashford the GOAT. Sir Big God Bob the Gooch. Yeah, I mean, Marcus Rashford's definitely... When you think about some of the things that people do in society, I think we really should be celebrating role models like Marcus Rashford. You know, not just because he's a member of the black community. That doesn't even come into it for me. Just because he's actually just a good role model. That's who we should be celebrating. He should be. Oh, the ball's played through over the top, but Mahrez can't get onto it quick enough, and the ball is saved by Leno, who once again has judged that very, very well. But yeah, I mean, Marcus Rashford absolutely should be Sports Personality of the Year. Absolutely should be in the line for getting, being on the honours list, whether it's an MBE or whatever it may be for the time being. I get that he's only 22. I get that he shouldn't, maybe get a knighthood right now. But why not, actually? Why the frick not? When there's people going out there having roasting parties with bloody, bunch of bloody strippers, all these footballs during lockdown. When there's Jack Grealish going out, getting pissed up, getting done for drink driving. When there's all these people doing all these things, you should celebrate the people that are the true role models of positivity, in my opinion. And there's none more so in football right now in the Premier League than Marcus Rashford. So I'd like the lad. I actually would like the lad. This dude says Pogba has to earn his spot, says Ollie. Yeah, I agree. I agree entirely. If you look at the midfield partnership of Pogba and McTominay at the start of the season, there were some very good games from them. There are also some very bad games from them, to be honest. And if you look at Fred and Matic, sure, they had a couple of moments here and there, but they actually built and forged a good partnership together and allowed Bruno the creative freedom to go forward and do some things for us. And I think that is in no small part down to Matic and Fred's great play over the last few months before lockdown and their combination as a team in the centre of the park there. It allows for it's not just Bruno being an unbelievable creative outlet for us. It's also just the fact that he's got the platform to be able to do that. He's getting the ball passed to him nice and simple. They're winning it back. They're giving it to him. He's getting his head up. He's doing the rest. He's influential. So it's just as much one goes with the other. I'd rather have a good solid defensive base than gamble with Pogba at the moment, who, being a CDM or if he's going to play box to box alongside a defensive midfielder, he's been in question in there in the past, hasn't he? He's been in question in there in the past. I hope that he comes back and I hope that he forces his way into the side. I hope he's amazing. Because on paper, Bruno and Pogba does sound absolutely tantalising. It does, man. It's a wet dream, Bruno and Pogba. Oh, great bit of play by Morris. It's a penalty. Surely, David Luiz, you've absolutely fucked it again. David Luiz, you are a clown, my friend. He's given away the penalty, everybody. 48 minutes, 54 seconds gone. Mahrez clean through. David Luiz, what does he do? Why does he have to body him like that and put him back? David Luiz, you are having a stinker out there, my friends. Oh, my days, I almost feel bad for the Arsenal fans that are tuning in this live chat because, oh my, hey, look at him. He's climbing all over him. How does he not think he's not going to give away a foul doing that? He's literally climbing all over him with his arm. He's got his hand on his shirt. He's sort of pulling him back there. It's a foul. What is the matter with this guy? He's actually frustrating me. Oh, and he's been sent off. He's got the red card. Oh my days. This is going to be a drop-in. Arsenal have completely melted at the back, and it's no fault of anybody else other than David Luiz, who's come back to the Premier League action with an absolute stinker, everybody. Oh my days, look at that. It's a shocker. And Kevin De Bruyne with the penalty to step up and make it 2-0. 49 minutes, 52 seconds gone. He's not going to miss this. He's going to make it 2-0. Arsenal with 10 men. Game over, boys. It's game over, boys. Right, let's have a look then. Kevin De Bruyne stands over it. 50 minutes gone. He takes his run up and he lashes it into the bottom right-hand corner past the keeper. And there you go, Leno, even though he's had a great game, he's conceded 2 now. Both because of the defensive vulnerabilities of David Luiz at the back. Surely that is the time. Surely the fans are not going to put up with this bullshit anymore. This is Phil Jones 2.0. This is Phil Jones after lockdown. He's just grown his hair out a little bit and transferred to Arsenal. I'm sure this is Phil Jones. This reminds me so much of Phil Jones. If only he'd gone down on the floor and tried to clear away the ball from Mahrez's feet with his head. You know, the referee sent him off there. I mean, oh my days. David Luiz, he's had a stinker. He's had an absolute stinker. This dude says, is Arteta not intelligent enough to know Luiz is a stinker? Evidently not. He's given faith in David Luiz and he's had that faith thrown back in his face. Collective Force says, I sense a 5-0. Illy United says, I said 7-0 to City. Viking Red says, he's effed Brazil 7-1. Phil Luiz, says Kevin Tobin. Liability Luiz says Eagle. Miz528, how you doing? He says David Luiz is the Brazilian Phil Jones. Oh. Illy United says Phil Lucy. Mate, I mean, this is a crumble job. It's actually the best result for United as long as, you know, City's ban from the Champions League next season is upheld. This is actually the best outcome, really, because it just stops Arsenal from catching us up at all. And if City are going to be bypassed next season for the Champions League spaces, then it doesn't matter if United finish, you know, behind Man City as long as they finish in the top 5 spaces. Look at that. It's just Ederson over the top. Straight through Arsenal's defence again. I mean, they're just so... that was just before. Look at this. Sprayed over to the right-hand side. Headed down. David Luiz is left wanting. Mahrez gets the better skull side of him. And David Luiz just crawls all over him. He's had a stinker there. What's he doing? Oh, change the score. My bad. Yes. Let's change the score. Sorry. It's 2-0, everybody. My bad. Sorry. 2-0 to City. And the stream's not dead, is it? Let me just refresh it on here. No, stream's still coming through nicely, I think. Thank you so much to Ryan Berberspin9. Ryan Berberspin9. Thank you, Ryan Berberspin9, for your PayPal here, my friend. Absolute hero. Let me just refresh this and see what your message says. Oh, hey, legends. Ryan Berberspin9. Thank you so much. He comments just with the old that emoji, with the Jay Ling celebration almost. Thank you so much for that, Ryan Berberspin, for the support. And hey, Alex the Ruddinator. Hey, thank you so much. Oh no, sorry, that's me sending one to you. Sorry, shout out to you. For some reason, that's just popped up there. You know, from when I sent you a PayPal the other day for your channel, my friend. I don't know why. But yeah, thank you anyway. Thank you so much to Ruddy as well for being a legend. He probably was a bit concerned there. Hang on, what? 2-0 Arsenal. Hey, no worries, Ruddy. No. You've been a massive supporter of this channel over the years. And I know you had to fork out for that Elgato game capture. It's just a little token anyway. Mikhail Kramer says Ryan Berberspin, yeah, thank you. He says, you're welcome, mate. Thank you so much for that, Ryan, man. Hero. Oh, what a game of football this is, everyone. Arsenal at the back there, it's just... You saw it coming, though. Didn't Arsenal play... Was it Brentford or somebody? I think... Was it Arsenal played Brentford in a friendly behind closed doors like a week ago? And I understand they lost to them and had a stinker. And who was at fault? From what I understand, obviously it's behind closed doors. It depends on the reporting. But I understand David Luiz had a stinker behind closed doors against Brentford too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Gungshi says Legiondes of the Peicano Brigade. 100% true legend. Thank you to everybody that's got in here tonight. And just, it's great to have you legends back in here watching some football, you know. The FIFA's one thing, but, you know, it's just, it's lovely to have the football back on, to be commentating on football, even if it's not Manchester United. And I'm loving this. I'm truly loving this. This is one of the most fun streams I've done in a while. Just because, for a start, Arsenal are crumble jobbing it at the back big time, you know. David Luiz has treated us to what can only be described as a couple of absolute Calamity Jones mares. And it is just a joy to behold, isn't it? To see football back, to see Arsenal melting. It just feels right. All of a sudden, the world just feels right again, you know. Arsenal back melting. This goes hand in hand. Hey, thank you. Viking Red in the house. How are you? How's Junior? He says, where's Phil Jones going? Arsenal FC to save them. Hey, mate, I'll tell you what. Phil Jones is the type of player that Arsenal might sign. I'm not even being funny. It sounds ridiculous, but it wouldn't be the first time they signed some of our useless garbage. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Matt Rush. He says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you so much for your support there, Matt Rush. Yeah, please do. If you're watching, hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out on YouTube's algorithm. Really appreciate everyone who does that. And yeah, thank you for getting involved in the live chat. Get involved as we go along. But I must say, like, Arsenal fans here, you know, the Cinnamon, Joe, Alex Rudd, anybody else who I've not mentioned, apologies, but any Arsenal fans that are watching right now, it's kind of, it's no surprise, really. If you look at the strength of City's side in the start of the game, in just the lineups, it just looked like City was superior. And if not for Burnt Leno making such a great series of saves in the first half, they'd have been 5-0 down now. They actually would have done. It still might be 5-0. So, you know, it's sort of what we expected. But I must say for Arsenal fans, it must be frustrating when your keeper puts in such a good performance when, sure, they have cut you open a bunch of times, but you're still 0-0 going in at half-time. And you just concede in the stoppage time of half-time due to a defensive error. And then you come out in the second half, and then the same character who's committed the error commits another one. Allowing the penalty to be scored by Kevin De Bruyne and allowing the red card to be brandished. And to be honest with you, you know, it's ruined the game for Arsenal big time. And that's just one player. So if I'm an Arsenal fan right now, I mean, look, can you really blame it on one player? I think in this situation you can. Because not only are both of the goals at fault for him through needless, terrible, silly defending, but he's also now suspended. He's also now left them with 10 men on the pitch for the remainder of the game. He's just shat on the bed, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? It's like, imagine staying at some weird, I don't know, like sex swinger party or something, and you're all sharing a bed with like 11 other people, or 10 other people. There's 11 in a bed, and the little one said, I've shat the bed. Do you know what I mean? The one in the middle. David Luiz is in the middle of the bed, and he shut the bed. That's kind of what it's like. Everybody's going to be furious at you. It doesn't matter that it's an accident. It doesn't matter that you didn't mean to do it, David Luiz. Everyone's going to be furious that you've shut the bed. Simple as that. So that's what he's done. He's metaphorically shut the bed here at the Etihad Stadium for Arsenal, and there's no coming back from that, I'm afraid. If I'm an Arsenal fan, I want to see the back of David Luiz pretty damn soon. Based on these performances. If I'm a United fan, if I'm a neutral fan, I want to see him stay. Hey, Ellie's in the house. How you doing, Ellie? She says, how is everyone? We're doing great, Ellie. Hopefully you're watching the game as well. You're missing... You've just missed a couple of David Luiz calamities to give City the 2-0 lead. And he's sent off. You've missed a shocker, Ellie. I don't know if you've been watching it, but it's a shocker for Arsenal. Gungshi comments, feel bad for our Arsenal fans here, but David Luiz, for F's sake, like Phil Jones on PCP. Yeah, he's like the B-Tech version of Phil Jones, isn't he? I never thought there was even a thing. To be honest, the B-Tech version of Phil Jones. But we found him. Yes, Gungshi lad. Big God Bob says Mikel is an art teacher manager, but at least Ollie's the PE teacher with Sir Alex as his mentor. Sir Alex is the headmaster, you know. And I think maybe to say Ollie Solskjaer is a PE teacher is a bit harsh. I'd say he's at least head of physical education of year 9 or something, you know. Let's give him the full props. But yeah, Mikel Arteta at the moment, he's like the janitor. He's like the caretaker. He's like one of the substitute teachers that comes in and just has no control over the class whatsoever, and instantly there's 100 sloppy joes on the board. That's what Mikel Arteta's overseeing right now, with David Luiz as the ringmaster ADHD extraordinaire. That's what's going on in the classroom of Arsenal right now. Oh, you love to see it though, don't you? You love to see it, lads and lasses. Oh, I'm having a great time. Hey, legends, we've just hit 75 likes on the stream. Thank you so much to everybody that's tuning in and smacked a thumbs up on it. Hit that like button. Get involved if you can in the live chat. Great to hear from you. If you've not commented yet tonight, get involved in the live chat. I'd love to hear from you. Here comes De Bruyne again, the menace, the phantom menace in the centre of the park. He tees up Sterling. Sterling, a.k.a. Bernard Matthews headless turkey. Even he has to smile on that one. He's bloody glad there's no fans in the stadium on that one. Even his own teammates, Leroy Sané's on the sidelines, laughing his head off at that one. Raheem Sterling's just fallen over the ball in a really dangerous area. He's not had a good game tonight, Raheem, even though he scored that goal, which was a great finish. Matt Rush says Kevin De Bruyne running the show. Man, he's been running that show. Yeah, like if, you know, to be honest, if David Luiz is like, I don't know, Mikel Arteta's a caretaker or something, I'm guessing David Luiz is like, it's like David Luiz at the moment is like the what's the word of the special pupils, I've forgotten them. The sixth formers, The what's the name of them? The twats, Oh, he's head boy or something, say. Prefect! He's a prefect! He's head prefect! That's the word that I meant. Anyway. Hey, Ellie, thank you so much for that, Ellie. She says, you look really refreshed, mate. I hope you had a great few days off. I did, Ellie. I'm feeling refreshed, actually. Probably because I slept until about 7 p.m. tonight. And just got up before the game. But thank you very much for that, Eddie. Yeah, I had a nice few days off. I'll be back to it, though. Lots of stuff on the gaming channel. Of course, the football stuff coming. I'm going to do a preview tomorrow of the United Tottenham game. And also Friday, we'll be doing the watch-along and match reaction, all that good stuff. Dan Tay says the remainder of the Champs and Europa League will be played out over 16 days in August. Heart emoji faces. 16 days. That is so good. We've got a proper festival of football this summer. It kind of is awesome. I know we'd had the Euros, but let's be honest now, England always disappoint us. At least with United on, they're coming thick and fast. The games are coming thick and fast. And we've got, all sorts of games coming up. It's amazing. Mr. Jar Jar Binks, says Ryan Berberspin 9 about David Luiz. Yeah, that's a good... He's basically like... David Luiz is to Arsenal what Jar Jar Binks is to the Star Wars franchise. Mr. Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, it's not that great. He's not Han Solo. He's not Chewbacca. He's not even Princess Leia. He's not even Lando Calrissian. You know what I mean? He's nobody. He's bloody Jar Jar Binks, that man. Oh, Bacon Destroyer, 100% says Kevin De Bruyne, man of the match. Yes, if maybe Leno hadn't conceded a couple, it's not really his fault, to be honest, at all. He's definitely a candidate for man of the match, but De Bruyne, man. I mean, how many times has he threaded the ball through Arsenal's defence, even before they went down to 10 men? 5, 6 times he's put it on a plate for the likes of Mahrez and Sterling, and he really should have had more goals scored from the assist that he provided. But he's done tremendously well. He's got himself on the score sheet. He's bossing it for City, as he always does. Like I say, he is the best midfielder in the league, in my opinion. Just how comfortable he is on the ball, his great vision, his eye to pass through a defence like we've seen multiple times today, the ability to unlock a defence. And here comes City again, played across the 6-yard box this time after a run down the right, and Leno comes out once again. He's had a great game. I feel bad for Leno. Really do. Both of the goals, not his fault at all. Nothing he can do about them, really. Lashy Barton says, we'll never forget David Luiz versus Germany in the World Cup. By a mile, the worst performance I've ever seen. I agree with you, and he was captain in them, wasn't he? You got to feel bad for him on that one, but yeah. Gosh, that's the... Ellie says, I was a prefect. Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. I just meant he's the... Actually, no, I was complimenting, wasn't I? I was saying he's like the head. He's like the golden boy, He's like the golden boy of sixth form, or whatever. JP says, well said, Gungshu. I like you whacking down hefty super chats. What's Gungshu said? He says, Gungshu, Viking Red using all caps is like the pig wearing his hat. Or JP talking about Phil or Gooch. It's his thing. It is, yeah, I mean, it is, to be fair. Oh, Bacon Destroyer says, the legendary defence, Jones, Smalling and Luiz. Imagine that. Talk about a trio of penetrazione. I don't think you could get a worse Premier League top flight defence than that. JP says, my spirit animal is Phil Jones. I believe you, JP. Viking Red says, nice one, dude. Are you a United fan? The collective force is like Mesh saying, hi, how are you, and asking for Rizla. Ruddy Can't Game says, what's a prefect? Well, I don't actually know where the origin of the name comes from. Maybe it's just a reassembled perfect, because it is actually, an anagram of perfect. And basically what it was, in my school, the prefects were like, I was never a prefect, by the way, but the prefects were like all the goody two shoes, all the, the straight A students, the sensible lads. They were all the prefects. That's just how it was at my school anyway. Fair play to them, But yeah, I think it maybe is just a rehashed perfect. I don't know. Yeah, Viking Wrestlers, love you, Gungshi. You're a proper ledge, man. Oh, I echo that as well. Bunch of heroes we've got in the live chat tonight. Everybody, honestly, everybody who's in here getting involved, thank you very much for watching and commenting. The live chat's absolutely popping off tonight. Brilliant community who've stuck with me through thick and thin here during this lockdown. And it's great to be back commentating on some football with you legends and just bantering with you legends. So thank you. Collective Forces keep ball time, Silver and Foden on. Absolutely, City will just keep hold of it now. They don't really need to take the game to them, but they still will, as they do, slowly pass it around and work their chances. And I'm still sticking with my original prediction of 3-0 for the start of the game. And it's not worked out exactly how I wanted it to, or how I thought it was going to, rather. But I think, it's going to be 3-0. I'm sticking with that. And Arsenal are looking to make wholesale changes now. Obviously, there are 5 substitutes permitted to use in this game. It looks like they're going to make 3 changes all at once right now. And I can see Lacazette coming on. I'll keep you up to date with who is coming on and who's coming off just after they made the changes. Guendouzi's coming off. Guendouzi, why are you walking so slowly like they've got the 2-0 lead? That is so weird. These Arsenal players should be sprinting off right now. They're just walking off. They don't give a fuck. Their heads have gone. Arsenal's heads have gone. Sure, he's unhappy about being taken off the pitch, but come on, get off the fucking pitch, lads and lasses. Oh, man. Yeah. Another legend. Eddie O2 popped in here earlier, the oxygen man, the legend. And he said hello, but he couldn't stick around. But shout out Eddie O2, and he said he'll probably pop in on Friday's watch along. So, yeah, Junior Red's in here too. Both the Viking legends in here. Great to see you, Junior Red. How you doing? How's the grog treating you both? How's the old Viking drinking horn treating you both? Oh, legends, we've hit 80 likes, everyone. Sick as a big old hairy you-know-what. Glenn says, hi, pig. How you doing, Glenn? Oh, bunch of heroes. Eddie was on for a few minutes as Gungshi, yeah. Hey, Gungshi, how come you're up then? Did you just set an alarm so you could watch the football? Because obviously it's like, 3, 4 a.m. over in Taiwan right now, so... love your commitment to not just the channel, but the football, mate, and coming back to watch the football. I guess it had to be nice. I tell you what I'm disappointed about. Obviously, I saw the clips and stuff, but I missed the Aston Villa Sheffield United game where I was sleeping and got up and I saw bits and bobs of it, but I wasn't really awake. And, of course, saw the incident where the goal was not given. But, yeah, I wanted to watch that game too. So I had a bit of a mare there. It's the first game back for the resumed Premier League season, so of course I wanted to watch it. In the end, though, it's 0-0. There was a moment of controversy, so I'm not that bothered that I missed it, to be fair. Junior Red says, hi, this dude, get in the bin, you bin tipper. Oh, hang on, City with a chance down the right. Oh, great play by Raheem Sterling, shot by De Bruyne, saved at the near post by Bernd Leno, denying City once again here. Man, so unfortunate for Bernd Leno. He's put in a man of the match performance, to be honest. If not for De Bruyne pulling the strings. But look at that. Great play by Raheem. Lovely little pass, flicking behind to De Bruyne, who runs onto it, gets the best of the defender. And the strike on goal is saved by Leno. It's not the best of strikes in the end. It's right at the keeper. So a couple of substitutions just to keep you up to date with everyone. City made a couple of changes. They brought Bernardo Silva on for David Silva. So Silva for Silva. They brought Foden on for Mahrez. And just to let you know about Arsenal's substitutions that they've made throughout the game, they did actually have to make a change right at the start of the game with Granit Xhaka. Oh, and Kevin De Bruyne has just been taken off the pinch. Fernandinho's coming on to replace him. But yeah, and also Laporte's come off. Rodri's gone on. So that's quite an interesting move there. Laporte coming off for Rodri and Fernandinho coming on for De Bruyne. So job's done for City now, really. 20 minutes left, 69 minutes, 28 seconds gone. City with the short corner. They've got the numerical advantage on the pitch. They've got the numerical advantage on the scoreline. Happy days for City. Be very surprised if it's not at least this scoreline by the end of the game. Probably 3-0. But yeah, just to let you know, Arsenal made a few changes a minute ago. They brought on Nelson for Willock. They brought on Maitland-Niles for Guendouzi. And they also brought on Lacazette for Nketiah. So those are the changes that have been made up until this point from both Manchester City and Arsenal, everyone. Just to keep you up to date if you're not able to watch the game. 70 minutes have just ticked over on the clock as well. 70 minutes, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Hopefully there's a couple of you legends that are actually synced up with me tonight. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that with the low latency settings, we can get it, nearly live. I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds behind or something. That would be ideal. Primot says, just read this. Luiz with Arsenal has got a red card every 13 matches and gives away a pen every 6.5 matches. What a fool. Just goes to show you, man. Like he has had a shocker at Arsenal. It almost makes me think like he's on a bit of espionage, or he's just like an undercover agent. Oh, overhead kick attempt, but it's cleared away. Not the true connection there. Going for the Wayne Rooney against City there, but the connection was not true. And coming up to 71 minutes in the game, Arsenal have been pretty much outclassed throughout. But really, it's just still all come down to the terrible errors. And that's the problem when you have players like David Luiz, like those stats have suggested, is a true calamity at the back, then it's only going to hurt you. It doesn't matter how good your performance is for the whole rest of the 90 minutes. It doesn't matter if 10 of the players perform like 10 out of 10, to be honest, if you concede 2 or 3 goals ridiculously. That's why, for instance, when, like after Schmeichel left Man United, it's like we really struggled to find a replacement keeper. We signed some good keepers. We had Fabian Barthez, who was considered one of the best keepers in the world at the time. Literally a World Cup winner as well. A great goalkeeper, no doubt. But for United, he had too many errors in him for whatever reason. And the whole rest of the team was just lacking the confidence with Fabian Barthez in the sticks. And then we tried, Roy Carroll and, Howard was decent and, bunch of goalkeepers. And we never really found our replacement into Edwin van der Sar until we had that presence and that solidity at the back to allow the rest of the team to know that they've got a great man between the sticks. Whereas when we had Barthez there, it's like he's making errors quite regularly, to be fair. You can't be having that. It just takes away from the rest of the side. You have to be consistent. And like I said, Arsenal have played okay. Okay, defensively they got ruined, but they played okay in terms of if it wasn't for the 2 errors by David Luiz, it would be 0-0 still. It would actually still be 0-0. Marek Stachowski says, Arsenal still shy. Okay, couple of months. Same old. Oh, Marek, you're so right. I was just saying similar earlier, man. I was saying it just feels right, doesn't it? The football's back. Arsenal are crumbling. David Luiz is melting and putting in all sorts of bloody gastastic performances out there. It just feels right. The world is once right again, my friends. Oh, sorry, Gangster. I missed out your response. He says, imagine a central defence partnership of David Luiz and Phil. It sounds like pure unadulterated filth. He says, my sleeping pattern is messed up like you, Pig. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Hopefully you'll be with us on Friday then as well, Gungers. Because that's going to be the United game, of course. David Luiz, you are a tit and a half, my friend. They're just showing the replay of him getting sent off. It was an abysmal bit of defending. You can't do that. You just cannot do that. Oh, yes, I missed you all as well, Marek Stachowski. Legitimately missed each and every one of you. Really appreciate you all getting in here. Stephen United comments, Phil Jones would make Arsenal defence a lot better, and that's not even joking. That's how bad they are. Stephen United, mate, going in there cold with the Arsenal dig. We love it, Stephen. And you know what? Even though it's kind of insulting, I totally agree with you. I actually think he wouldn't make it any worse, would he? He wouldn't make it any worse. Like, if they'd have had Phil Jones in there instead of David Luiz, they probably would have only just conceded 1 error tonight instead of 2. Oh, Viking Red says, poor David Luiz. He's effed a distan curl head. I'll tell you the thing about David Luiz, man. Is he done? There gets a point in a player's career where they just look at those stats. What, red card every, 13 games, concedes a penalty every 6.5 for Arsenal since coming over here. So those are just horrendous stats. You can't be a top-level player for a good side like Arsenal. I was going to say top side, but previously a top side many years ago. A good side like Arsenal, and you can't be that sort of erratic centre-back where you're giving away all these errors. It actually makes the days of Per Mertesacker seem like solid as a rock. It's so funny because literally since like Arsenal won the league in the 2003-4 season, or whatever it was, many moons ago, almost since then, it's like we've been saying Arsenal are always one or two players away. And sure, we said the same about United a lot of time. But a lot of that has been directed at Arsenal's defence. And, if Arsenal get a top quality centre-back, if Arsenal get another left-back, whatever, then we will be secure and then they can do it. But they just don't ever seem to get the right man. They're just struggling in the defensive department for a decade now. And United were doing it, and United maybe are still doing it to a degree, but we've actually really addressed our defensive problems. When you think about the emergence of Brandon Williams, how good Luke Shaw's come on as well the couple of months before lockdown, Harry Maguire Slabby, the signing of a leader for us at the back there, still Eric Bailly, Lindelof around the gaff, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of the best right-backs in the world already. When you think about some of the leaps and bounds we've made since Solskjaer's come in, it just makes me think, yeah, we've done pretty well in the market because we could easily sign Kieran Tierney from Celtic or David Luiz from Chelsea. But then they've proven to be not good signings. And I'm not saying they can't be good signings. Tierney's a young lad from what I understand. He's just got himself booked, actually. 76 minutes just gone on the clock. But the fact is they're just not good enough right now. And Arsenal really need to get like a big solid cork to just plug it in that hole in the back line right now. Like they could just do with a Sol Campbell or a Tony Adams or a proper leader at the back, a proper great centre-back all round as well. And we've been saying that for many years, guys. It's kind of sad to say, but we've been saying it for many years. Yeah, another card for Arsenal, absolutely. Free kick here then to City. Raheem Sterling stands over it. He fancies his chances with this one. And he's going to have an attempt from quite far out, probably 35 yards. He plays a short one, though, down the right, deceiving. Mahrez, shot at goal. Good save again by the keeper, Leno, who makes a great save. And it's cleared away by the left-back. I think Tierney manages to get it away there. Oh, no, somebody kicks it away. But anyway, another good chance, well-worked opportunity by City there, trying to make advantage of the extra space with a numerical advantage. Ball whipped into the back stick then. Here comes City once again. It's constant pressure from Manchester City. They've made personnel changes. Kevin De Bruyne gone off, of course. Easily the man of the match, pulling the strings. But yeah, City, the pressure is not, they've not taken their foot off the pedal here at all. This is pure pressure right here. Here it comes again. Good challenge in the end, but City still pressuring them. Aubameyang having to play the role of left back right now. This dude, Viking Red, cut it out. Nice little get on in the live chat. If you don't get on with somebody, you can always silence them as well, so you don't have to personally see their, The Collective Forces, hey guys, have you heard reports we're after some guy called Matt Norman from Rostov, FC Rostov in Russia? How random is that? Probably just a youth player though, right? One to add to the ranks of the young players. I don't know. How old is he? Do we know any? I've never heard of this guy. Matt Norman? We've got a subscriber called Matt Norman. It's not him, is it? Matty Norman, shout out to you wherever you are. Junior Red says, you started it with Viking. Mikey Smith says, it's going to be 3-0 soon. Yeah, I think that is probably going to be the case. I think the prediction's going to be right. What's up? 61NZ, he says hi. Marek Stachowski says Arsenal, one of those teams you want to be good to make the league better, but it's just not coming along. Some said Wenger the problem, but maybe it's just the player combinations in recent years. It's rough. In all honesty, this is my opinion of Arsenal, and you can disagree with me, you can agree with me, whatever. I'd never think the problem was Wenger at all with Arsenal. Okay, maybe at the end of it, times change a little bit, and he always wanted to play attractive, ripping open football, but often left himself vulnerable at the back while doing that and never really adapted any different way of football, in my opinion. Played great football, though. But look, the thing is with Wenger is his team, when he was allowed to sign players and when he had a good team of players, he got the best out of them. He won the league with them a couple of seasons in a row. With the likes of Adams and Bergkamp and Henry and Vieira and those guys with an actual great team. But the problem with Arsenal is after they built the Emirates Stadium, they were basically paying that off for like a decade, weren't they? And all that happened was Arsenal stopped being that club that went and signed properly, truly good top players like Bergkamp and like Henry and these guys and Vieira. Oh, how do you miss? It's a shot from the edge of the area there. The ball was just come up to, I'm not sure who it was, an Arsenal player there. And and Edison was just off his line out of the goal, and they've had a shot on goal, but it is wide. It was an open goal. Hang on, what's happened here? It looks like a City player's just been knocked clean out cold, and the players don't look too happy about this. I don't know what's happened. What's happened? What's happened? Did Edison come out and twat his own player accidentally with that big left hook of his? Because somebody's down and out cold on the ground here. I'll let you know who it is in a second. The stretcher's coming up again. And, it has been a bit of an affair tonight. Obviously, David Luiz has been sent off. You had in the first half Xhaka getting stretchered off injured as well. And now it looks like another City player is going to have to be stretchered off here. Who is it? They're all crowding around him. Not much social distancing going on there. Not that it makes a difference anyway. Why? It makes no sense. Why is the physios and all that? Why are they wearing the face masks? And all the players are stood literally right next to each other in a big circle in a huddle. Everyone's been tested, so, I don't really get that. Ryan Burberspin says, Pig, did you hear the rumours of Willian? Willian? What, coming to United? That's all it is, my friend, rumours. It's just rumours. And to be fair, Willian's not a bad player, actually, I don't think. Okay, he's not Sancho right now, but he's not a bad player, but no. Don't want Willian at United. Hey, GDU Nafy Gaming. No, I didn't see your message before, mate. How you doing, GDU Nafy Gaming, sir? He says, Pig, as a huge United fan, would you like to collab with a watch-along on Friday? It would mean the world to have you, the legend, with me. We can even do it on your channel. To be honest with you, GDU Nafy Gaming, I can't, probably not, because it's the first one back. It's the big Tottenham versus Man United game, and I don't want to do any experimenting for this game. Sorry. Maybe in the future we'll have guests on and watch-alongs, but generally watch-alongs are a bit of a nightmare when we've had guests on. So we've tried it before. I had Rincon on and Henry on once before, and it just didn't work because I'm trying to commentate on the game. People are in the live chat like, hey, can you commentate on the game? And everyone's talking, and we're all talking about other stuff naturally, and I'm missing what's going on there. It just didn't work very well. So I don't want to offend you, GDU Nafy, but maybe sometime in the future we'll see, pal. We'll see, but probably more likely to get you on another video, like maybe call into one of the, another video, as opposed to the watch-alongs, because, in terms of commentary, it's difficult to do that when other people involved. I hope you understand. JP says, Viking word of advice, never pick a fight with a dude with a Pikachu avatar. That's very true. That reminds me of another one of life's fables. Never play a game of poker with a man whose first name is a city. Just don't do it. If they're called Minnesota Fats or, Cincinnati Joe, don't freaking play cards with them. Do you know what I mean? Texas Pete. Don't do it. Trust me. Nice one, GDU lad. Nice one, mate. Yeah, I mean, it could work, but at the same time, it's not something I'm going to experiment with on the first game back. But yeah, you're right. Like 2 people commentating, it could be interesting. But yeah, it would be a bit of a gamble with connection issues and shit like that. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, 2-0 to Manchester City here. Player still down, receiving treatment. Man, who is this player receiving the treatment? I can't even see because they're just huddling around him. So let's see if we can find out online here real quick. So we've got about 7 minutes left of normal time, but because of this, there's going to be a large amount of stoppage time, I would imagine. Oh, Eric Garcia flattened by Edison as he comes out to clear his lines. Oh, my days, man. This is not looking good, actually, for Eric Garcia. And to be honest, it's actually really bad because I think he's just come back from an injury out, hasn't he, Eric Garcia? Not that I know too much about, this City team or whatever, but I'm pretty sure he's I haven't seen much from Eric Garcia. He's either been given an opportunity tonight or he's coming back from something, and he looks like maybe he's broken something. I don't know. He's looking in a right state. They're putting him onto a stretcher. This does not look good at all. Edison's absolutely clattered him coming out here. And this is bloody terrible, man. Bad injury. I mean, I didn't even see the incident. Hopefully they're going to show the replay so I can describe what happened to you guys. But it doesn't look good at all. And the way, the way everybody's just stood around and the manner of what's going on here. I mean, I don't even know what's happened here. Has he taken a knock? Is he knocked out cold? Has he got a broken leg? I don't know what's happening. They're just surrounding him at the moment. But bloody hell, this doesn't look good, guys, you know? Yeah, Collective Forces hope this guy's okay, man. Fully agree. JW says, Ultra, I think he got sent off. He took one hell of a knock, says the Collective Force. Abbas Asali says, that was savage. Abbas says, very bad. Oh, crikey. Let's have a look at the replay then. I missed it. It does look bad. I mean, he's still receiving treatment on the pitch right now. And they're just securing him to the stretcher, or the gurney, as you Americans would call it, and Phil Jones would call it. When Phil Jones gets injured, he wants to be taken off on a gurney, not a stretcher. GDU says, Pig, you got Twitter? Yes, I do, my friend. Please follow the channel's Twitter, Flying Pig United, and also my own personal Twitter, Mr. Flying Pig HD. So please do that. Much appreciated to everybody that follows me on there. And also post some stuff on there from time to time. And also check out the Facebook page as well, everyone. Would love to get a few more likes on the Facebook page. I've started posting more content on there daily. So check out the Facebook page. It's called Flying Pig United, Man United News. So check out the Facebook page. Chuck a like on it. Read the latest articles from the website, flyingpigunited.com, which are posted on social media also. And yeah, awesome. Nice one, this dude. He says 82 likes, spot on, everybody. We're not too far away from 100. So if you haven't smashed a thumbs up yet, please do us a favor and hit that like button. It helps us out on the algorithm. But this is looking really bad for Garcia, man. Genuinely do hope he's okay. I mean, what is happening here? He's just out cold, is he? This is bloody awful. Oh, yeah, man. Hope Garcia is okay. This one, hell of a smack, man. He's sparked out, mate. So he's still unconscious now. Look, it's never good to be unconscious for this amount of time. Like, I've never known anybody, you know, like, be unconscious for this amount of time unless it's really bad. Usually, if you get knocked out, you know, you come to, you know, reasonably quick. This has been like 5 or 6 minutes now. This is atrocious. Fucking hell. Yeah, poor fella, man. Coming into City's side today and getting absolutely clattered. GDU Gaming says, I'll go do that now, mate, and send you a video of a predicted starting 11 for United Spurs. Nice one, GDU Navy. Top man. Also, if you want to write an article for the website, or if anybody else wants to write an article for the website, please do email me at Mr. Flying Pig HD with your article about anything. And, you know, if it's okay, if it's not offensive, or, you know, if it's reasonably well written, I will stick it on the website, guys, and obviously credit you. So thank you to everybody that's done that already. People like Griffo Chaz, Sammy Hopkins, Matty the Rushmeister giving us a weekly transfer update, Ben Dorr, Mr. NLWT, somebody else as well, I've forgotten. There's somebody else, but you know who you are. Thank you. Yeah, Marek says, no fans feel strange. I don't really think I can get used to it. To be honest, I'm liking the piped-in crowd noise. I know that's stupid to say that, but I prefer it to no crowd noise at all. They've got a bit of piped-in crowd noise coming through the speakers of the stadium, and I like it. I think it's better than having none at all. But yeah, you're right. It does feel very strange, Marek, to see no fans there, but it is the Etihad. Man, what is going on with Eric Garcia here? This is terrible. He's just being wheeled off now, and he's got the oxygen mask on. I mean, he's completely Zonko out cold still. This is terrible, man. What's happened to him? I missed what happened. I guess they're not showing it back because it was so bloody horrific. I don't know. I mean, was it as bad as, you know, John Terry when he got knocked out and ate that dirt? Was it as bad as that? Can't, you know, it must be worse than that. Edison did it, did he? He just came out and absolutely clattered his own player. Yeah, still quite a few injured in this game, says JW92. I agree with you there. I mean, obviously, you know, David Luiz has got suspended. And, of course, we saw Xhaka get injured at the start of the game for Arsenal. So, yeah, both teams not without some casualties in this game. Coming up to the end of the game, I don't know how much stoppage time is going to be on. Probably quite a lot added on here. 89 minutes, 15 seconds gone, everyone. 2-0 to Manchester City. If you're just joining us, you know, it's been a fun watch along, everyone. I've really enjoyed you guys tuning in. Really enjoyed the banter in the live chat. Thanks to everybody that's got involved with this stream. Smash a thumbs up on it, everybody, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Watch-alongs are back. We'll be doing the Man United game Friday. Cannot wait. Hey, Cinnamon says, passed out is 2-0. Hey, Cinnamon, my friend, like, yeah, do you know what? You'll be gutted, mate, because although Arsenal, look, although you've been opened up a bunch of times by De Bruyne and City in general, it's 2 David Luiz errors, which is the only reason that it's not 0-0 right now. The only reason Arsenal are not going into the 90th minute at 0-0 right now, looking to salvage a point away at City, is simply because of David Luiz. That's the only reason, because of his own individual errors twice and getting sent off and leaving Arsenal with, you know, a penalty and a red card. They've had a nightmare. He's had a nightmare. I'm sorry, I don't want to just blame it on him, but you can't blame it on anybody else. Maybe you can blame it on Arteta for sticking David Luiz in there after apparently having a bit of a shocking period in a friendly against Brentford behind closed doors a week ago. And you can blame him for not realising that David Luiz is Calamity Jones in a Sideshow Bob hat. You know, so Mikel Arteta's at fault as well. But mainly, it's David Luiz, isn't it? It's just David Luiz. You can't really account for that level of defending either. You can't really do anything about that. It's not really tactically where you've been done there. It's just individually David Luiz has made some really poor errors in judgment. Oh, look at that. It's got to be finished off. It struck the post of a chance and it's finished off. And there it is. 3-0, everybody. 3-0. And the young lad who's just come on the pitch, the late substitute, has got the goal for Manchester City here right at the end of the game, man. And who is that? hang on. Let's just find out who this is. Brilliant pass through there as well. Absolutely done the defence there. And it's a fantastic, truly fantastic finish, you know, because it was sort of bouncing. It was a little bit awkward. And Aguero's come on the pitch, and Aguero's absolutely penetrated them, giving it to Raheem Sterling, gets it back from Raheem Sterling. Good finish by Aguero, but he's just struck the inside of the post. And then who is there to just come in there and pop it in at the back stick? None other than that twat there. Foden. Why was his name just for completely freaking... why was his name completely... Yeah, Ben Foden, isn't it? Ben Foden. Anyway, he's come on there. So, yeah, he came on the 60th minute, banged it at the end of the game. 3-0, Italy United, get in there. Good night, Arsenal, says Alex. Looks like my prediction for the start of the game is going to be true. I said that I thought City are just too strong for them based on the starting lineups. And I was expecting a 3-0 drubbing for Manchester City. And do you know what? I wish I'd had a bet on it, because that's what's bloody happening right now. By the way, that's a strange one. 11 minutes of stoppage time. 11 minutes of stoppage time, everybody. Phil Foden, not Ben. That's what I meant. Predicted 9-0, remember, says Ultra Whisper. That's not going to happen. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of a melt job at the end here. Phil Foden, absolutely, yeah. Ben Foden sounds better, though, doesn't it? I always do that. A couple of streams ago, we're talking about Phil Foden. And I freaking call him Ben Foden. Why have I got that mental block in my head where I call Phil Foden Ben Foden? That makes no sense. Do you know what I mean? It's the same as, did you see Matt Hancock earlier when he was on TV, or whoever he was to, Good Morning Brad, I don't know who he was talking to, but he was talking about Marcus Rashford's great bit of work that he's done with the school meals, and he called him Daniel Rashford. I know you've all seen it, but it's like that. I've just done the old Matt Hancock right now. Oh, Mikey Smith, thank you so much. Sorry. I need to update the pig and hands. I need to update the score there. We've got the wrong score up. 3-0 to Manchester City now, everybody. And that's just put the game to bed. Foden with the goals. Foden with the winning goal at the end there. And crikey. Fantastic game, I guess. It's kind of good for us because, like I say, Arsenal are not really in contention with Manchester United after this game, I don't think, for top 4. That's just how I look at it. Whereas if they'd have won this game, it would have put them back in the mix. And City are supposedly banned from the competition next year. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they finish above us. Cinnamon says, Ben Foden, isn't he the rower? He might be. I mean, I've got that name somewhere in my bloody head, mate. Ben Foden, rugby player, says Matt Rush. Ah, that's how I do it then. Down the right, here comes City. Can they make it 4? Oh, and it's a shot. And it's just a curling effort round the post as well, a little bit too far. And crikey, very, very dodgy stuff by Arsenal at the end of the game here. That's where I've done it then. Ben Foden's a rugby player. Phil Foden's the twat who plays for City. There you go. Ruddy says, this is our game in hand too. Oh no, Ruddy, mate. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Let's just have a look at the league table, actually, and see where this sort of puts you. Obviously, it's not going to put you anywhere higher than where you were, which is 9th on 40 points. But saying that, even now, it was your game in hand. But even now, you're only 5 points off of Man United in 5th. Which, okay, is a significant amount of points. But there's actually 9 games left after this. So it's a possible 27 points. You never know. I'm not going to rule it out, even though you've lost it today. I'm not going to rule out Arsenal qualifying. But based on what we've seen, they're not going to, are they? They're just shite. They don't have the stability at the back. Arteta doesn't have the players in his side. He also doesn't have necessarily the experience to really... Oh, Aguero's clean through. It's got to be Sergio Aguero. Whoa, he hits the side netting. Perhaps should have been. They thought it was all over. It very nearly was. And it was over anyway because it's 3-0. But Sergio, great counter-attack by City, once again cutting them open. Foden this time providing the creative spark and threading in the ball through to Aguero. But Aguero sticks it into the side net in about a foot wide, and he'll be a little bit disappointed with his couple of chances that he's had tonight because he's just lacking that match sharpness like everybody evidently. He's one of the best players to play in the Prem in the last decade. But today, he's had 2 chances and he's missed them both. Ryan Burbison says, DT crying, mate. I bet Arsenal Fan TV, they're going to shack the bed over there, mate. They're going to absolutely shit the bed over there. They're going to be talking about that bed shiter himself, David Luiz, man. Like I say, you've got 11 people sleeping in the same bed, and if the one in the middle shits the bed, it's a bad night for everybody. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter it's an accident. It doesn't matter it's one person. If the guy in the middle of the bed shits the bed, you're screwed. And that's exactly what David Luiz did. But not just one log. We're talking about 2 logs that he's squeezed out on the pitch. Metaphorically speaking tonight. GDU says, Arsenal used to be good back in London in the hood. Now they're a journeyman club. La, 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 Arsenal journeyman. Fair play to you. I love it. Arsenal Fan TV going nuts tonight, says Matty the Rushmeister. Oh, yes. This dude says, now let's see you upload faster. PT Sport or Sky Sports. G-Wall says, I bet all Arsenal fans are going ballistic. Man, they must be hating this. About 3.5 more minutes left of the 11 minutes added time then. And crikey, I hope that Eric Garcia lad is okay, honestly. Like, that looked terrible. He's gone off the pitch there. And it was a bad injury, really serious stoppage there to stop the game for about 10 minutes. And, yeah, it looked really terrible there. The players' reaction said it all, really. They just looked horrified out there on the pitch, And nobody likes to see that. I really hope he's okay. I mean, he was knocked out. Oh, Arsenal with a late chance, but it's a scuppered effort from Aubameyang. The ball's played into him in the 6-yard box. He's in a good position. And, and he's at the end of the day, Maitland-Niles gets the ball. And good play by Maitland-Niles, I have to say. But Aubameyang just can't get the clean contact on the ball. Kungshi says, Claude on AFTV, it's time for Luiz to go. Ruddy says, David Luiz is that kid that shat in the pool and got it closed for summer. He is, mate. Or he's the one who's pissed it with the blue indicator ink. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a myth or whatever, but I think in some swimming pools they put that chemical in the water, which if you urinate in the water, it reacts with the urea, and it creates like a blue cloud around you. That's basically what David Luiz has done. He's a public pool pisser. Oh, what a fun watch along tonight, everybody. Thank you for watching me and joining me tonight. Can't wait for Friday for the Man United game. We're nearly, at a close on this watch along, but it's been a lot of fun. Hit that like button if you have not already. Let's see if we can get near 100 likes before the end of the stream. Thanks to everybody that's done that already. Definitely helps us out. Please do come back after this stream finished as well and comment in the not live comments. I'll respond to everybody that does. Thank you to all you guys that come back and get involved and keep this community chat going after the fact as well. Heroes. Fergie99 says, Arsenal are better off with Sideshow Bob. He's the guy who farts in the lift. Yeah, he likes his own brand. He likes his own brand, David Luiz. Nobody else does, but he likes his own brand. Phil Jones is that kid that jumped in the pool like a wet salmon, says JP. Yeah, he just dips his toe in, one at a time. Ultra Whiz Boy says Luiz is the type of guy to shower with his clothes on. Oh, here's Raheem Sterling at the end of the game. One last chance for City, is it? Coming up to 100 minutes in this game. 100 minutes. We've got just over a minute of extra stoppage time on to go. But a long old game, this one. Arsenal 0 shots on target, says United. Oh, my days. Yeah, sounds about right, actually. Yeah. I can't think of a proper good chance they had. They did have one near the start of the game, but yes, it wasn't on target, was it? GDU Nathan Gaiman says 11 Phil Joneses would be better than Arsenal. United says, I can't wait for AFTV Eat, Drink and Chill. It's about this man, really. He has been awarded the Barclays Premier League, the man of the match. The man of the match tonight, Kevin De Bruyne. Like I say, easily the best midfielder in the league, in my opinion. And tonight showed that once again, even before Arsenal went down to 10 men. He was pulling the strings, he was cutting them open. He was absolutely influential in that midfield position for them. The amount of times he got Raheem Sterling and Riyad Mahrez through, down either side, or through the middle, was you'd have to use two hands to count it. He's done a sensational job of penetrating them tonight. He really has done, and he's a class act. So there you go. That's the end of the game, everybody. The final whistle is gone. And look, a little elbow tap from Guardiola and Arteta. And oh my days, Arteta looked like he was about to cry. And Pep Guardiola just giving him a little touch. But oh my days, Mikel Arteta looked so unhappy there. I think maybe he's just mainly concerned with his player, actually. Because, sorry, not his player, but he wouldn't be concerned with the guy who's come off. But just generally not a good night at the office. He's had David Luiz commit some terrible errors and get himself suspended. Probably a blessing in disguise. He's also had Xhaka go off injured, looked serious at the start of the game also. And he's just been bested 2-0 by Manchester City here in an important game in hand that they had to maybe try and close the gap with the teams that are fighting for the top four. And they would have actually closed the gap to 2 points if they'd have beaten City tonight. 2 points behind United. So this was a huge game for us. So I can understand why Arteta is so looked so distraught at that, but he literally looked like he was going to cry. Hey, Ruddy, mate, thanks for getting in here. Unlucky today, Ruddy. Genuinely, I know you didn't create that much, and I know City dominated it. But the only reason you didn't come away with a point from this game is David Luiz's absolute bullshittery at the back, shiting the bed up twice. That's the only reason. But yeah, Ruddy, thank you so much for all that you do, mate. Thanks for getting in here tonight. Unlucky. That's just how it is. I kind of feel bad for the Arsenal fans in here because, look, we've been looking forward to football coming back for a long time. And if you're an Arsenal fan, that is a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Just a shit performance, couple of awful errors, bad day at the office, that one. No progression. Looks like the break's not benefiting them at all. And unfortunately, Arsenal find themselves in 9th place on 40 points with a goal difference of +1. Oh my lord! 29 games into the season! 40 points and a goal difference of +1! That is absolutely shocking! Liverpool have got a goal difference of +45. City have got a goal difference of +40. Leicester have got a goal difference of +30. United +14. Arsenal +1. So they've scored one more goal than they have conceded this season in the Premier League. Oh my days, that is a truly gashtastic statistic for Arsenal. What do you think then, guys? Who do you think the blame lies with? Is this an Arteta problem? Is this an owner's problem? Is this a funding problem? Is this a David Luiz problem? Is this a every area of the pitch problem? A team problem? A spirit problem? What is the problem at Arsenal there, man? Because I think it's actually a combination of most of them. Arteta's not experienced. He was coming in after a difficult time, taking over from Unai Emery, really, after a bit of a ropey time. He's not got the best squad there. He's given opportunities to younger guys. You could see that with his lineup tonight. And it's just backfired big time, man. It's really backfired. Arsenal melt job, says United. Mikhail Kramer. Thank you very much for getting in here and watching tonight. He says, can't get him, at least he'll be suspended now. So true. David Luiz has got himself the suspension. G Wolf says, Arsenal was total gash as always. Matt Rush says, bad luck, Rudders. Yeah, I have to say Ruddy and the Arsenal fans in here, the Cinnamon, Joe, etc. Commiserations, you know. It's not the game you wanted, is it? It's not the result you wanted, but it's happened. I think it's further highlighted the problems United do have at the back. It's easy to say that, but David Luiz is just too error-prone. A lot of your team are at the back, unfortunately, and you need some better players. Simple as that. If you had some better players, you do better. Now, is Arteta the man to take you forward? Maybe, maybe not. He's not really had that much time to prove it. He was taking over a bit of a tumultuous situation as well. It's not like everything was spot on and rosy when he's taken it over. So I think he needs a bit more time. Yeah, G Wolf says, can't be Arteta as he hasn't been there long enough. Abbas Hassani says, problem is the owners. Mikhail Kramer says, bro, it's a squad problem. They need a reset next season, big time. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Mikhail. I think they need to sign a bunch of players, you know, some good players, get rid of a couple of poor characters, get rid of a couple of poor players in terms of being error prone. You know, just like that guy, just like David Luiz, he's had a nightmare tonight. GDU says, I'd rather watch a royal wedding than Arsenal. Ilya United said, well, I didn't mind watching the last royal wedding, to be fair, with Kate and her sister, you know, rocking up in the old bridesmaid dress. What was their name again? You know, anyway. Where was I? Ice Cream Kevin says, bye pig, and everyone off to get some sleep now. Didn't get some sleep until 1:30 a.m. this morning with the lightning last night. Bye all. Dawn, thank you so much for getting in here tonight throughout. Absolute hero. Great to have you back in the watch along. Stay classy, stay safe, and sweet dreams. Have a good evening to you. Ryan Berberspin, he says, haven't rated their centre-back since Gallas. Fair play, yeah, you know, they've had a bit of a mare. Eagle, he says, Arsenal are social distancing in the league table. Oh, man. So true, isn't it? Hey, we've hit 90 likes on the live stream, everybody. Massive shout out to every single one of you that's come back and watched this watch along, the first watch along for many a while. So thank you to everybody that's got in here. We're not counting that Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich watch along where it's battered and hungover from the old Rosie. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking, this is the first one back for a good while. It's not the first United one back. That's going to be Friday, everybody. Sam Hopkins says, how long are you streaming for, Pig? To be honest with you, I'm going to be wrapping it up right about now, Sammy Hopkins. But just to, you know, break down the game a little bit more, let's just have a look at the stats for the game. I mean, there's no point even really looking. I kind of want to just see if there's a news update on that Eric Garcia as well, because that looked bloody terrible. And look, at the end of the day, you know, rivalry's one thing, but people's lives and, you know, like if you get a knock in the head really badly, you can do some serious damage, you know. You can get brain damage, or at the very least, you know, bad concussion and things like that, and people can have serious problems from just one bad incident of head trauma. So I really hope that he's okay. I'm trying to get an update on BBC right now. I'm not seeing anything, but yes. So let's just have a look at the team, the stats. 68% possession to Manchester City, 68% possession to Manchester City, always to be expected really to dominate possession. 20 shots on goal for City, 3 for Arsenal. 12 on target for City, 0 shots on target for Arsenal. So yes, they've had 0 shots on target in this game. Tells the story really, toothless going forward, never really created, couldn't deal with City's possession and pressure, couldn't deal with De Bruyne penetrating them multiple times. Let's just do some player ratings quickly, guys. And then we'll wrap things up here for anybody that's interested. So Manchester City player ratings, Edison, you know, I'm going to give him a 6. He didn't have anything to do. Walker was actually decent, but going forward, you know, his final product was a little bit poor. Could have given him a 6, but he was dangerous down that right-hand side. Garcia and Laporte at the back there, centre-backs, didn't have a lot to do. I'm just going to give him a standard 6. They kept a clean sheet. They didn't have a lot to do. Same with Mendy. Sorry, but they just didn't have that much to do. I can't be giving them higher rate. They just got all 6s. The goalie in the back line, all 6s. David Silva gets a 6. Gundogan gets a 7. De Bruyne, he's got to get a 9 for that display, to be honest. He's got himself the penalty. He's put it on a plate for about 5 times for his teammates. Should have scored more of those opportunities that he set up for his teammates. He's also just generally pulled the string. So he's got a 9. He's easily man of the match. Mahrez, I thought he was pretty damn tasty, pretty good. A little bit wasteful with his opportunities, but dangerous down the right. I'd give him an 8, actually. And Gabriel Jesus, didn't see a whole lot from Gabriel Jesus up there. I give him I thought he was a bit poor, actually. Maybe it's just me commentating on the game and missing out, but I'm going to give him a 5. I didn't see anything from Gabriel Jesus up there. And to be fair, he was struggling a bit before the break. Sterling, I thought, okay, his goal was very well taken. He slashed it in the back of the net there, and it was a fantastic finish. You've got to give him a 7 just for the amount of opportunities that he's created, or been created for him, and the positions that he's got into and the runs that he's made. But actually, he's very wasteful tonight. Actually, he had that element of being a headless chicken come back into his game tonight. And he's actually been great the last couple of seasons, but his goal was epic. Well, not epic, but his goal was a good finish. Put on a plate by David Luiz, though. So I'm going to give him a 7. That's Manchester City's ratings, everybody, for the starting 11 anyway. You may not agree with me, but there you go. Arsenal's... Let's do Arsenal's player ratings then, everybody. You ready for this one? Let's do Arsenal. So, Leno, to be honest, he did not put a foot wrong. I have to give him a 9 out of 10 performance. The only reason I'm not giving him a 10 out of 10 performance, because he conceded 2, but it wasn't his fault. Both errors by David Luiz. Maybe if he'd have saved the penalty or something, he could have got a 10. But the fact that they lost 2-0 and got dominated, and he's a candidate for man of the match as well, I'd have to give him a 9 as well, same as De Bruyne. I thought he was that influential for Arsenal. He stopped this game being a 6 or 7-0 drubbing. He really did. Bernd Leno's the only player from the Arsenal side, in my opinion, to come out with any sort of credit whatsoever in this game. As far as I'm concerned, all of Arsenal's team looked ropey, and the player ratings are going to reflect that. But Leno gets a 9. I thought he was pretty faultless. Bellerin, what? All of Arsenal's backline just have to get a 4. Tierney, Mari, Mustafi, Bellerin. Obviously, Mari came off for David Luiz, who's got to get a 1. I don't know if I've ever given a player a 1 out of 10 before, because it's just kind of, what do you have to do to get a 1 out of 10? I'll tell you what you have to do. You have to come on as a substitute, not even starting the game. You have to come on as a substitute, and you have to create 2 calamitous schoolboy errors to give the opposition 2 goals and get yourself sent off. That's what you have to do to get a 1 out of 10 rating, and that's what he's got, my friends. Tierney, gets a 4 or a 5. Willock gets a 4 or a 5. Guendouzi gets a 5. Xhaka gets a 5. Saka gets a 5. Aubameyang gets a 4. And Nketiah gets a 5. That's it, lads and lasses. They didn't have a shot on target. Their forward line's just as gash as the rest. It was a very difficult game for them, everyone. But that's the ratings I'm giving the team. Hopefully, you don't disagree with me too much, but that's how I feel it. JW says Leno made great saves. Without him, it would have been 9-0. Yeah, I'm with you, JW92. There was so many, there was so many issues with the back line of Arsenal there. Bernd Leno had to come to the rescue and sort their bloody lives out for them multiple times there, honestly. Ellie says Matt, he was proper whacked. Who's that about? I don't know. Sam Hopkins says, I thought Tierney had a couple of decent spells. Yeah, I think I gave him a 5, so I gave him slightly higher than, the 4s of his defenders, teammates. Didn't I? I can't remember now. But yeah, not a great display by any of those players. We can't say that any of those players looked okay. I thought Guendouzi did all right at times in the centre of the park, to be honest. But yeah, he was disappointed to come off himself. Mikel Arteta obviously didn't think he was doing that great. Fergie99 says Garcia looked like he'd been spoken spice. Let's just have another look at the replay here. Right. I'm just trying to get an update on Garcia, but unfortunately there isn't one coming through right now. But I would like to just give you an update on Garcia before we did leave. If you guys want to ask me anything quickly before we wrap up this watch along, please do get involved in the live chat. I want to say once again, thank you all. Ellie, Fergie99, JP, Collective Force, Gungshi, Fergie99, Illy United, JP, Matty the Rushmeister, Alex the Ruddinator, Eagle, of course, Manchester Glory Gaming, how you doing? Ultra Whiz Boy. Oh my God, we rock hard, says David Luiz's player rating, 10 out of 10. He loved what he saw from David Luiz out there. I must say, I kind of did too. It was hilarious. JP says first red card and melt at the moment goes to David Luiz. That's fair enough. Sam Hopkins says, I just hope United aren't as lethargic as some of these players. Absolutely. I think you're going to find that with a lot of teams, though. You are going to find a lacking of match sharpness and match fitness right now. And even in front of goal, you saw like Aguero at the end of the game. He had 2 really good chances. He just came on for the last 20 minutes or whatever. He had 2 really good chances. You'd expect Aguero to bury those most of the time, but even he's just shown that little bit of maybe lacking match sharpness. Oh, Gongshi says no more FIFA Don Piglia. Oh no, there's definitely going to be FIFA on the gaming channel, which will be tomorrow night. Actually, there'll be a stream at 9 p.m. on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. Check out the gaming channel. And sorry, just getting a bit congested here with all this talking at the end here. But anyway, yeah, please do subscribe to the gaming channel. There's a link in the description. Flying Pig Gaming on YouTube. There's going to be all sorts of gaming videos coming. GTA and also FIFA and Pro Evo and stuff like that. I just had a few days off the last few days in gearing up for the Premier League starting and stuff like that, and for other reasons too. But that's how it is. So there will be absolutely on Fridays as well. I'm going to keep the tradition of doing a Friday night FIFA stream on this channel as well, on the main channel, but obviously not this Friday, not then when there's a United game on, but every other time. But yeah, guys, absolute heroes. Has anybody got an update anywhere for for the condition of the Garcia lad? Because I'm very concerned about that. I watch the UFC a lot, and of course people get knocked out there, and it's quite horrendous. Some of the knockouts are quite bad. Obviously, it's a sport where you're trying to knock the other person out. Some of them are horrendous, like they smash their head on the back of the canvas after taking a real blow to the front of the face as well, and that's almost worse. Like the second hit on the back of the canvas to the back of the head, and they're out for like 30 seconds sometimes. But I can't remember. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. I cannot remember an incident where somebody's been knocked out in the UFC and been unconscious for the length of time that Eric Garcia was in that game. So I'm very concerned about that. And they were given the oxygen and stuff like that too. So hopefully he's just woken up and he's just a bit fuzzy-headed and he's just got a bit of concussion or whatever. But bloody hell. JW92 says, have to feel for Garcia. After all that surviving Corona to get ready and back for football, he gets smacked up by his own keeper. Mate, he survived Corona, did he? Bloody hell, I didn't even know that. So sorry, my bad about that. Hey, JP says double shout out. Thanks, big triple shout out, JP. No worries. Mark and Joe Gaming says football Chelsea. I don't know what that really means, but good to see you, Mark and Joe Gaming. Yeah, nice one. Mark and John or Mark and Joe Gaming. I don't know. Gungshi says nice pig. Thank you so much, Gungers, for everything. Thank you to Matty Rush, Ryan Burberspin 9, Clam J, just everybody who's got in here tonight and just been so supportive over this period of time. We're almost at 100 likes, everyone. Very close. So we might as well smash that 100. Feather that like button if you haven't already, and let's see if we can do that. But yeah, Eric Garcia, hopefully he's okay. I'll try and bring you the news when we get it. But man, I really don't think that Arsenal can persevere with David Luiz anymore, though. Any Arsenal fans here? I know Joe, I can see you just commenting in here at the end. How you doing? He says, Luiz equals clown. Yeah, really not happy. I mean, like you say, you would have gone away from that game potentially 0-0 with a point away at the empty had if it wasn't for David Luiz making those 2 cataclysmic errors. And that's what they were. Proper schoolboy errors, both of them. You can't do that. What's the need to just crawl all over Mahrez for that second goal? For the penalty, to give away the penalty. It's crawling all over him. It's just stupid. You might as well concede the goal and still have 11 men. You know what I mean? I never understand that from players. It's a proper lack of judgment. Fair enough if you're outside the box, bring them down, get a red card, play your percentage chances. I get that. Or even like at the end of the game in a World Cup scenario, like Luis Suarez, say what you want about the toothy twat. But that move that he did against Ghana in the World Cup, and was it 2010? I don't know. I think it was when Uruguay played Ghana, and he literally saved the ball on the line with his hand and pushed it away and got sent off. It's the last minute of the game. They got the penalty, and I think it was Asamoah Gyan, and he's missed it. And Uruguay went through. Now, you have to say that is the only sort of good time that you should put yourself in a position to get sent off like that and give away a penalty. Any other time of the game, it's stupid. Any other time of the game, you're literally giving the advantage to the opposition numerically on the pitch in terms of the players on the pitch, 11v10, and you're also giving them the chance to bang one in. It's like a double-edged sword of penetration. It's just a complete David Luiz thing to do, Gungshi says 96 likes. We just need 4 more. You absolute heroes. Thank you very, very much to everyone that's getting in here and supporting the channel. Hey, Griffo Chaz, where have you been, lad? He says, just getting in here at the end. Hope all is well. David Meltbag Luiz destroyed that game for Arsenal. Yes, he did. He actually did, because even though City absolutely battered them, and Arsenal didn't even have a single shot on target, even though they absolutely battered them, it still would have been 0-0 at the end of the game. Actually, no, sorry, because they scored at the end, didn't they? And made it 3-0. So I'm wrong. They've actually beaten them 3-0. But chances are they wouldn't have had that space. You know, Leno was having a great game. It's only the errors, really, that have cost them, and the fact that they had 10 men at the end of the game. Yeah, we've hit 100 likes, everybody, you freaking heroes. We've done it. Baby, we did it. It's Red Panty Night. We did it. I tell you what, it's going to be Red Panty Night on Friday, though. We're getting the red panties out. Stick them on your missus after you've watched the United game and give it some riz, because it is the return of the Red Devils, everybody. Come on, you beauty. Not long to go. Thank you very much. Hey, Collective Forces, so good to see you back doing the footy watch-alongs. Had a blast tonight. You look really happy and you have delivered as usual. Great watch-along with a bunch of legends in the chat. What a bloody hero. Thank you so much for that lovely comment, Matt. Really, really nice of you, mate. And I'm blown away by all the amazing people that get in the live chat and that they've got this chat popping off, you know. It's a community of absolute Becano Brigadiero Legiondes, as I like to say for some unknown reason. It really is like proper heroes, man. Proper fucking heroes. What I want to say to you all as well, guys, check out the website. I'm trying to get a bit of traffic to the website. Check it out. flyingpigunited.com. Should be a link in the description, actually, but if not, go to flyingpigunited.com. You can follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD, and also follow the Facebook page Flying Pig United and the Twitter page Flying Pig United, and Instagram Mr. Flying Pig HD. Also, a bit confusing there, isn't it? Should probably get a little bit of unity on the go. Matt Rush says, Sam, can you get the website link on Twitter? Retweet, guys. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Big time. Also, check out that there's a couple of latest articles on the Flying Pig United website. So I've done a preview of the Spurs United game on Friday, just to, talking about some of the key points in the build up to that game. Quite a long article, actually. I just got carried away writing it. So it's going to take you a while to read that one. And then also we've got a new interview on there, which was conducted by Sam Hopkins, talking to Alex Fotacek, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, a Slovakian 20-year-old goalkeeper who plays for Manchester United under 23s right now. And there's a little, a brief question and answer about some information about him on there. And he was very kind to answer a few questions for Sam Hopkins. So we've got an interview with a Man United player on our website right now, which is sick. Alex Fotacek, nice one. Nice one. And then also, what's this from Griffo Chaz? I've just seen Griffo is on it like a car bonnet, man. Griffo's a bloody hero. Just to let you all know, basically, Sam and Griffo, what I've done with those guys, I basically just said to him, just help me run the website, and you guys can just have everything that's generated from it, because there are ads on there. I don't think it's going to be very much. Up until a point, obviously, if it starts making any, we have to split it. But up until then... But they aren't running away with it here, man. Thank you. Like, Griffo Chaz, you have got something out every day for, the last week. You're a hero, my friend. So thank you so much to both of you guys and everybody that's been doing stuff for the website. If you want to submit an article, please do. Smash a thumbs up on this video also, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep a lookout tomorrow for a preview of the Spurs game on this channel. And also keep a lookout Friday night for the return of the magnificent Manchester United once again. On Friday, where we will smash up Jose Mourinho's Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Get in! Right, okay, everyone. It's been a great stream. Stay classy. Matty Rush, Gungshi, heroes. Thank you, Gungshi. Says the website is impressive. Yes, Sam Hopkins has done the bits there, to be honest. And it's actually really nice. I've forgotten how much I enjoy writing. Of course, for the last few years, I've just been doing, videos. But actually, I've never sort of done anything journalistic like that. But I always wanted, when I was younger, I went to college and I did media, photography, film studies, and something else, financial studies, right? Which is a bit random, but you can see where I was sort of heading. And And then I started doing an open university degree doing creative writing as well. So, you know, writing, I've always enjoyed writing. I was always good at writing, like at school. Like that, I'm pretty sure that's the only subject I've got an A in, actually. And the GCSE was that it was English. Oh no, I think I got a couple of A's and a few B's and the rest C's. Pretty bang average. But English was definitely one of those. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying to big myself up. I'm not saying I'm, you know, Rudyard Kipling or anything or William Wordsworth. I'm just simply saying I enjoy writing and it's fun. So yeah, maybe if you guys enjoy writing, you might want to do some articles for the website as well. But yeah, Ultra Whiz Boy, stay classy. Sammy Hopkins, have a great evening. Ellie, stay classy, hero. Gungshi, what a bloody legend. Says, good job with the website. Sam Hopkins, 100%. Matty the Rushmeister. Collective Force. Mikhail Kramer. JP. Gungshi says, Rudyard Pigling. Oh, I'm going to have to read it now, aren't I? I'm going to have to read it in my best epic voice. We'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to leave you with this, lads and lasses. And this is directed to, I guess, David Luiz. It's directed to Arsenal fans. You know, it's directed to Mikel Arteta. Okay. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, then yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Right, there we go. Probably one of my favourite poems of all time, that one. Rudyard Kipling in his house. Anyway, hey, Kunksy says, statesman-like pig. I've got goosebumps. Legends. Right, okay then, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. If you haven't yet, I'll say it one last time. Smash that thumbs up button. Come back after this video's finished and get your comments in. The not live comments. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks to you all for watching. Thanks to you all for supporting. Buster Cherry, have a great evening. Oh, yes. Well, it's in Mike Bassett. I wasn't strictly quoting Mike Bassett. I'd be lying if I was saying that I didn't love that scene from Mike Bassett, though. But yes, that is just a poem from Rudyard Kipling that Mike Bassett reads out in the film. My dad actually used to love that poem. He used to read that poem. My brother used to have a poster of that poem on his bedroom wall. So that poem's just always been around me. Anyway, but thank you guys. Matty Rush, JP, Mikhail Kramer, Collective Force, Ryan Bursman 9, Illy United, Berber, the Cinnamon, Stephen United, Buster Cherry. Look, guys, if I've not commented your name out at the end, I apologise. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow for a preview. I'm so hot and bothered, man. It's so hot with this Russian hat on. But I'll be back tomorrow with a preview for the Spurs versus United game. Keep a lookout for when that be. Probably late afternoon, early evening. City have dominated Arsenal 3-0 here tonight. David Luiz, the clown of the evening. Sideshow Bob having a double day, man. Get your thoughts and opinions in after about where it all went wrong for Arsenal. And if you're an Arsenal fan, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Illy United, stay classy. Right, everyone, I'll wrap it up there. Once again, bunch of heroes, bunch of legends. See you soon. Can't wait for the United game Friday. Honestly, it's going to be amazing. Feeling very happy, very revitalised. Had a lot of fun. tonight, just catching up with everybody as well. You know, it's been a few days since I've been on here anyway, but just catching up with everyone, doing a watch along. Check out the website, check out the social media. You know all that good stuff by now. And have yourselves a bloody great day tomorrow and a great sleep later. Each and every one of you. Right then, I'll leave it there. Thank you guys for tuning in and being the legends that you are. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. I'll see you tomorrow for the preview for the Spurs game. Come on, United. We're going to smash up Jose's mailbags. I can feel it in my piggy loins. Right, guys. Come on, United. Football is back, everybody. It's like a constant tantric mangasm. We're mantric non-stop over here. Right then. Ooh, see you later. Legends. Right, see you later, guys. Stay classy. Have a good evening. This is the pig. Out. A short time ago, in a galaxy on the internet, football was under an attack. But Gunshonator and Matty Rush, they made sure that the opposition hushed by slapping them in the mother chuffing face. Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, this is just an end screen rolling credits to say thank you, especially to all the guys that support this channel on Patreon and also who are tier 2 channel members as well. You can become a channel member if you want. It very much helps the channel out, so thanks to everybody. Cagdas Kaye getting in here at the end too. Nice one, matey. Also, I've got one person to add to this list, and I want to give them a special vocal shout out. That is Tom Jackson. I'm sorry, Tom Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to not update this rolling credits. I promise I'll do it next time you see it. I'm sorry, Tom Jackson. Ooh. Right, anyway. Right, guys, see you later. Have a great evening. All you names on the end here. Legend. Stay classy and Arsenal. Football's back, and it feels right. And Arsenal are melting, and that feels right too. See you guys.